Greetings and salutations. The topic for today: what is your conceptual continuity? Give it to me now. I asked for it yesterday. You thought I was kidding. I need it right now. Thank you, Nathan. How is my sound? I've turned it down 10 to 15 dB. Give it to me. Give me a thumbs up. Should I say something? We got some morons here for today. How about that? A little bit too aggressive, too loud? Anything? Can I get some feedback from chat? Because I know I'm not going to get the conceptual continuity. That's not going to happen. Listen, I got a big thumbs up from Nathan. And Adam's here. Sounds good. Sweetness. Now we can move on to the conceptual continuity. Give me the answers. I wasn't playing. Feedback. You ain't getting no feedback. Jimi Hendrix isn't here. Audio is clean as usual. R over RE over K. Yeah. Did you guys go search that out? In between finding out what your conceptual continuity is. Ugh. You know, I had to hurry up and slurp down dinner. These treatments at 5:30 are a real pain in my behind. Just want you to know. If I have to take numerous breaks, you know why. Too funny. All right, no conceptual continuities. You're just going to give me the silent treatment, right? Do you think that's going to work with me? If you can't give me your conceptual continuity, then I want to know what the hell is R over RE over K. Can somebody tell me that? Oh, man. Yeah. You won't even try with R over RE over K, or you won't try with your conceptual continuity. Yeah. As usual, if you'd like to support this channel, there are PayPal and Patreon links in the info box below. Got a great one lined up for you tonight. It's the cameo appearance again of Dumb and Dumber. You know them. Oh, boy. Wait a second. Let me get a breath mint. Yeah. That was pretty funny last night. You ain't heard nothing yet. You know what? I don't know, though, because stupid is stupid. Do you think they can get stupider today? I mean, you guys heard this before. I'm assuming most, everyone here has heard them. At least the original, hopefully. You think they're going to get more stupid? There's one thing I'm thinking of that's more stupid. And we'll most likely round out with that. It's a little bit it's a little bit further into the presentation. But I think I'm going to trudge on and try to get there. It's not 5 hours, so even though you guys would like that, it's too much. Right? So I'm not going to go for that. All right, enough. I know you guys are itching. And another thing, we can give a prize to how many Skype calls you think I'll get during the presentation. I'll try to stay conscious of that. I know my sound's good, so that's one thing. One less thing, right? So I just got to make sure my screen is up and I'm off mute. All right, we got the right screen. I need to peek over there every now and again just in case something happens. Now, again, People out in chat, go ahead and police yourselves. We have enough people out there. There's a line you can't cross, and I'll leave it up to the moderators out there to deal with any aberrant behavior. All right. Let me make one more check out there just to make sure everything's okay and delay this. See if anybody got any answers for me. R over RE over K is just the curve being negligent. I forgot about that, the negligent. As soon as I see those guys again, it'll come back. The curve's negligent, my word. He's got a real zinger this time. Okay, just wait. I don't know if people actually caught it because no one wrote it back to me. I haven't seen it written anywhere. I haven't heard any comments on it, but wait till you hear it. I'm going to stop and emphasize it. We're talking about Mr. Magoo. Oh, look at that. A super chat already from Bruce Lee of the Flat Earth. Smash the super chat to support this channel. Exactly. Why wouldn't you? Ain't nothing better to do. And you keep me in good graces with the missus. All right, I'm delaying this. Delay. You guys don't know your conceptual continuity, and you for sure don't know R over RE over K. All right, we're going to get rolling. We're going to start right from where we left off. The exact second. I'm not going back. If you guys want to hear the previous one, I know I said I was going to go back. I'm not doing it. All right, here we go. We got the screen up. Let's roll.
Instead of framing his belief.
I know what he's talking about. He's talking about an arc distance. That's the measurement of an angle. An arc. The arc through the sextant.
The measurement of a curved Earth. And
no, the measurement of an angle. Are you deaf? Oh, forgive me. I didn't introduce the principles here. Unbelievable. We have in the upper left-hand corner the yellow-spined, coward, dickless, delusional prick, Nancy. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the clinical level, Dunning-Kruger, ignorant muppet, moron of the ages, Mr. Magoo. In the upper right-hand corner, we have the righteous Bruce Lee of Flat Earth, the honorable Nathan Oakley, and in the bottom left-hand corner, we have Patrick, the patron saint. Please forgive my insolence. Let's roll.
Angle.
No, I hadn't finished my sentence. I'm being told I'm not listening, and then I get about 30 seconds through.
No. Do you see his hand go like a curve? We're talking about an angle. You talking about that little line between two straight lines? That part. That's not the curvature of the Earth. That's inside the angle. My word. Starting off with a bang tonight.
No, you're obviously
someone else starts talking straight through me.
Let me show a video real quick because this video.
So this guy wants to show a video now, real quick, just right out of the blue. I need to show a video. A video about what? You don't know what angles are. So what are you going to do? Divert away from that?
Arc distance.
This video will explain what we're talking about here.
So this video is going to explain arc distance and angles. All right.
Okay.
My bad.
Is that okay, David? Can we show a video?
Not okay to address anything you've said? No? Clearly not.
Okay, how about address it while I'm loading it up? Josh, go ahead and share the screen.
How do I disable camera?
So just go share screen, and then...
I don't have a share screen.
Josh,
okay,
while you're loading that up, you said you don't
video.
appreciate that the horizon's supposed to be Earth curve. So have you never heard that boats go over the Earth curve, or that Chicago's blocked by Earth curve at the horizon? You've never heard those statements?
Have you ever seen the blink test videos where they
He's not asking you. He was asking the Mr. Magoo down here, Nancy. You ever seen what? Did he say blink test?
show it actually does lose the bottom of the building?
He did say blink test. what he's doing is, like I told you from the beginning, is he's mindlessly parroting what he's heard from dumbfuck BallTARDS. That's all he's doing. He's just mindlessly parroting the headline. No depth, no cowbell, no substance, just the surface headlines, right? Blink test. Can somebody find me a citation that defines blink test? That's what I want to see. Especially you, Nancy. In your next live stream, I want you to pull up a citation. Can somebody explain what a citation is to this monkey? The dickless Nancy? Because he's not going to know. I need a quotation from some authoritative source that defines blink test. All right? I want to see that. Get your popcorn out.
At the horizon. So you're affirming that Josh does know that the horizon's claimed to be Earth curve now because he spent 20 minutes denying it.
I'm just asking you, like, have you seen those blink tests? You know what I'm talking about?
There he goes with his blink test again. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Right here. I want to just play this video if we can.
Sure.
Go ahead and share.
So we're just going to play this video, and I think it's concerning angles and arc distance, because that's what the topic was when he suddenly decided that he wanted to play a video.
Gosh, and here we go. All right.
Some idiot put ads in here.
Okay. So why does the Earth look flat from the surface? And if you pull that up yet, Dave, I can't.
Okay, this video is titled up here, "Why Does the Earth Look Flat from the Surface?" What in God's name are you doing, Mr. Magoo? They were just talking about arc distance and angles. You said, well, wait a second. I got a video, and it's going to explain everything. What? What on earth is this? Can you guys see the title of this? Hold on, let me try something. You can see it better now, can't you? I probably won't take it back off of there, but why does the Earth look flat from the surface? I don't know. Did Nathan or Patrick ask or make a claim that the Earth looked flat from the surface? So you can rebut it with your little friggin' fairy tale diagram or video here? Unbelievable. It's just non sequitur. He's bouncing off the walls of the funhouse mirrors in between his ears again. No coherency, directionless drivel. Let's listen. Let's look at this.
I'm frozen on this end.
You're frozen. Your brain's frozen.
Low, Josh. Can you still hear me?
Oh, brother.
I can still hear you. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, you're good. I can see it on the screen. So yeah, you go ahead and push play.
Okay. I'm going to hit play.
Meanwhile, Nathan's muted, I think. Here we go.
Is this a cartoon?
Yeah, it is, Patrick. It's a non sequitur cartoon. He's off in his own delusional world, pulling up random videos. Unbelievable. I'm surprised it's not Bugs Bunny.
It's a cartoon.
It's a model.
It's from Nancy, the dickless, spineless coward. This is a model, according to Nancy. No, this is a cartoon. This isn't a model. You don't know what a model is. You have no science acumen whatsoever. This idiot thinks this is a model.
We don't live on a model.
You're showing me a cartoon, dude. I'm gonna get some water.
Hey, Patrick just gets up. He just gets up and leaves. Too funny, man.
Do you want to tell us what the point of this is?
Yeah, what's the point of this? It damn sure isn't about angles or arc length. You know what the subject you were talking about before you wanted to play the video? My word.
Okay. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Okay, what's the damn point?
So what that's showing you is the aspect ratio
Hold on.
of how we are on Earth and things are getting larger and bigger.
That shows us how we are on Earth. Look at him. Unbelievable. I'm serious. He's got mule kicked. Look at his eyes.
Mountains, buildings, these types of things. And that at 100 kilometers, the curve of the Earth is negligible.
I thought it was negligent. See, he's still on his nonsensical buffoonery of he can't see curvature because it's negligent. We've been here for over an hour. He just went off on his little charade video right in the middle of a discussion about angles, and because we already passed up his bullshit from before, right in the middle of a discussion about angles and arc length to show this shit. To show that he can't see curvy because the Earth's too biggy. I can't, I don't know what to say.
Because it's a little over 1% of the actual curve of 360.
He also keeps on getting confused between 1% and 1 degree. He thinks they're the same thing. So is 1 degree of 360 1% of it? He's just so ass backwards. No one knows what's going on inside here. It's a scary place in there, let me tell you. It has to be. If you can find anything in there. He's just parroting something. I don't know. His wiki Google fingers are flipping away, and he's going to these websites. I don't know where he's going. I can't see. But there's some dumbass websites he's going to.
60 degrees of angle. And I think that Nathan even said it there, but you're measuring an angle. Yes, we're measuring the curve of the Earth. That's the point.
Did he say 60 degrees of angle? I think he did. I'm not going back. There's just too much here.
And that's what my whole argument was in the beginning, is that when we're looking at the reason a sextant works, is he saying that
the reason a sextant works now. Unbelievable. What's the reason the sextant works?
Utilizing a sextant to measure on a horizontal plane. Absolutely.
Yeah, on a horizontal plane. Absolutely. That means that's the death of your sphere-tard, because there are no horizontal planes on spheres. Hello, McFly. Earth to Mr. Magoo. It ain't going to work.
Absolutely, because at those short distances, 8, 10, 16 nautical miles, when we're talking,
there's no curvy.
Talking about the horizon, the curvature of the Earth is negligible.
It's negligent. Here we go. He keeps on repeating over and over and over again his train wreck of a dumpster fire argument. His 1 degree every 75 miles. Of course, that's an elevation angle, and elevation angles can only be required on a horizontal plane. In other words, flat Earth. They're finished.
It's not observed. This is what I was trying.
So he doesn't observe curvy because the Earth is too biggy. Then that, like I said yesterday, that begs the question, then why the hell are you a sphere-tard? And how can you measure it with your formula? That curvy you can't see because it's too biggy? The Earth is too biggy? How do you measure-y with a formula-y?
Trying to say. So
sorry, Josh, just pause for a sec. Are these guys even listening to you right now?
If they're smart, they wouldn't be. Why would they be? It's non sequitur. You haven't picked this up, Nancy. So you just think this is, right in line. It follows from the previous discussion. It has cowbell. You just can't see it, can you? Ridiculous idiot.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Are they? I thought they were.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh, there he is, off mute. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Let's see where we go now. It'll be the usual. Nathan will make a point debunking these idiots, and then they'll ask a question off topic or go back to his There's no curvy because the Earth is too biggy.
Every time I try and talk,
that's
I
what
get
was
told
trying
that
to
I'm
say,
talking
Nathan,
through
okay?
you.
Yep. As soon as he starts talking, this idiot, he just can't help himself. Mr. Diary of the Mouth. If he doesn't do it, the spineless coward Nancy will.
That's what happens, kind of like now. So, I mean, I'll try and respond to some of the
Nathan,
stuff,
we
the
can
many
keep
things that you
fighting
said,
about the
but
way
there's a
we're
good
fighting
chance
or
that
address-
Here we go again. Like I said, he shut up now. The spineless, dickless coward has got to interrupt.
I've only
That's
just
it.
literally
Listen to the
started
argument.
speaking.
Listen to the
I can hear
argument
someone else's voice
and
talking straight
address
to the top
argument.
of me.
Of course you will. Yeah, because they know better. You got this guy doing his little wiki Google search again. Unbelievable. In the middle of a debate, he's on his computer. And fucks everything up because he is on his computer, but besides the point. No one else is doing it. Just Mr. Magoo. So that seems kosher to you, Nancy. Unbelievable.
Seems
Listen to
that
the
every
argument
single time I talk,
and
I'm going to
address
get someone else talking straight through the top of me no matter what I say.
Unreal.
So
Yep.
why shouldn't I check out, turn the camera off, and just do my own thing? Because
Exactly.
every single time I've talked so far, someone started talking in the middle of my sentence. Literally every
You've
time.
interrupted a few people too, and you got to.
Oh, he's interrupted a few people too. Really? Well, he was talking, and then people would interrupt him, and then he would interrupt the interrupters. So that means he was interrupting, right? You dickless window licker? Is that what you're going for here? Goodness, are you stupid, sir?
A bit of a, I don't know, you got some kind of big chip on your shoulder.
Does he? I don't see any chip on his shoulder. Oh, you're going to try to get personal now. This is another diversion. Just a feeble diversion. He's going to play big man on campus now. Like he's all that in a bag of chips. Yep. Well, that's my kind of party. You yellow spine dickless coward. What you got behind your microphone?
I don't know what's going on.
An ad hominem
Why
Yeah,
don't you
yeah, we know that you don't know what's going on. That is readily obvious.
Listen to the argument and
I did.
counter it and
did.
just be a
Okay,
civil,
okay, I
normal
counter
human
it.
being.
Counter the argument. What argument? From his Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Instead of
Okay.
being a complete dick.
Oh, now he's a dick. You're just jealous, aren't you?
That's another ad hominem attack.
It is an ad hominem and it's directed.
Oh, so you admit to an ad hominem attack. You know that that's a logical fallacy. You are a moderator, supposedly, in this debate, and you're using fallacious reasoning against the guest, and you admit it. How dumb are you? True or false?
Directly at you, buddy.
So you can't address my argument about
You're being a
elevation
dick.
angle measurements being taken
Just
from a
listen to
flat
the argument.
surface, and
I
instead you'll talk
just
through me and
did.
use personal attacks.
Multiple
Excellent
times.
debating
But
tactics.
Personal attacks. Are you going to be okay? You going to survive
I would
this?
like to actually make a statement without you.
Yeah, he'll be okay. I don't know about you, though. Fucking clown. Dickless idiot.
ad homing me in the middle of the statement and
Okay,
accusing
go
me
make
of
the
talking through
statement
you.
then.
So
Make
am I checking out of the conversation, or
I
am
don't
I
know,
interrupting?
Just mute him like you've been doing the whole time. That's all you got to do. Just mute him. Do it. We can see it pop up.
You? Which is
Running
it?
so early. We're only 43 minutes in.
Right. So maybe address my statement about measuring elevation angle measurements from a flat baseline.
Yeah, can we hear a rebuttal to that? I'd like to hear yours. We heard enough of this fucking idiot. He's a sphere tard that can't see any curvature. So go ahead. Let's hear it.
Josh.
Josh! Yep, that's it. Yeah, too funny, Nathan. Yeah, pretend a clown fraud. Spineless, dickless window licker.
What was the statement?
He's gonna pass it off to Mr. Magoo. What's that? I wasn't listening.
I don't
You
know.
have
It was a
to
big
acquire an
bunch of
elevation
babble.
angle measurement from a flat baseline. If you're
What the? You can't hear. You got to push on your little ear thing over. What are you, Lily Tomlin from fucking Laughing?
navigating, getting your nautical miles. How'd you get a nautical mile?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this. How do you get a nautical mile? Did you hear that, Crayon Muncher? Up, here we go. Stall. and then come up with some delusional horseshit that doesn't have anything to do with the topic, right? Let's see.
What are we arguing here?
You
So-
said
What are we arguing here? He doesn't know where he's at. He just asked you about a nautical mile. Do you know what that means?
nautical miles. I'm asking if you know what you're talking about.
What's
Right. Miles over ocean. Miles over
it's miles over ocean,
water, right? Miles
What
over
is it?
curvature.
miles over water, right?
What is it?
What is
What's
a
a nautical mile? What's a nautical
think a
mile?
naut-
Yeah, he asked you that. See, all this is delay, obfuscate, right? Just to stall so he can figure something out because he's looking up at his monitor. He must have another monitor over here. I don't know. Just stalling. Let's see what he comes up with.
Nautical mile is 1.073 miles.
He didn't ask you what its equivalence is. That's not what he asked. Pay attention.
No,
Am I correct
how's
on
it
that? Let me
acquired?
check the measurement.
How's it acquired?
How is it acquired? That's what he's asking. There he goes. He's got his weaky Google fingers, Mr. Magoo. There he goes.
Let's see.
Why don't you tell me?
Why don't you tell me? Yep. Pretender clown fraud, Mr. Magoo. Of course, you're not going to do anything about it, right? You yellow spine, dickless clown. Not going to do anything about this. Unbelievable.
You're the one who claimed it, so you don't know what you're talking about. But it's necessary to call me a dick and the audience to think I'm not listening to you.
Not
I've listened
because
to
of your
you.
argument. Not because
Okay.
of your argument.
Again,
because of
I'm in
way
the
you're
middle
behaving
of
in this
talking,
discussion,
and
that's
someone
why
is
you're-
immediately talking
You can be
through
a
me.
dick.
Yeah, the dickless coward up here. Yep.
I don't
Why?
mind
Because
if you're
I'm a
being
When he stops, he's gonna chime in.
Dick? Is this me being a
doesn't
dick
bother
being
you.
talked through? I'm still talking. I listened
Hmm?
to you, now trying to respond to all the stuff you've said. You've talked non-stop
ahead.
for 45 minutes. I've had about 3.
Oh, it's been longer than 45 minutes.
So, you've mentioned repeatedly this is about science. So what science have you got?
That's too, yeah, he's going into science now. I thought we were going to stay on nautical miles, but that's all right.
For a globe Earth?
They don't know what science is. We already seen the pre-show. Right? They're clueless. There's no science acumen whatsoever. He's looking up at his screen, but he can't do anything because he hasn't typed that in yet. Or maybe he does have an open tab. I don't know.
Okay. Let's backtrack
Okay, let's backtrack. Stalling again.
because you just asked me what a nautical mile was.
That's true. I have to grant you that. Right. So, nautical mile, not its equivalence. How did you acquire it? That was the question.
I said it's a mile as determined over the ocean, or we can say air or whatever. It's 1,852 meters.
Oh, man.
Just a little bit bigger than a regular mile. Okay.
A Navy guy. You Navy guys, I feel sorry for you, man. I do. He's absolutely clueless. I told you he was down in the galley wanking.
So, anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that the curvature of the Earth. and
What I'm trying to say here is that he's going to, unbelievable, this fucking clown is now going to go back to he can't see the curvy because the Earth is too biggy. I swear to God, he's going right back there. How much you want to bet? I don't actually know. I can't remember. But I'm willing to bet.
I think we need to move on from the curvature of the Earth part.
Ah! Ah! Listen to this. He wants to move on from the curvature of the Earth. Look at Patrick over here. Hey, BallTARDS, SmearTARDS. You hear that? It's long overdue of you moving on from the curvature. He wants to do it right now. I bet you do. Unbelievable. Let's move on. Patrick's cracking me up, man. Oh, brother.
Well, no.
Look at Nathan. Patrick. Oh, the yellow spine fucking coward's coming in. What you got, Dickless? Yeah, you got to come save him now because that was some stupid shit.
Because
Oh, no, I
Nathan,
got
everything
more
that
on
you've
this. I'm just
said has
waiting for this
basically
to settle, and then I'll show you some stuff.
Oh, he's just waiting for this to settle. That you got to come in and save Mr. Magoo. Unbelievable. Patrick, he's not frozen, by the way. He still has that same look. Oh, man. That was pretty funny. Just, we need to move on from that curvature.
Yeah. Okay.
Go
Well,
ahead,
how about
finish
this?
that.
Let's just move on from this argument.
Told you. Let's just move on. Nothing to see here. We just been here for an hour and 15 minutes. Listen to you incoherently monologue without any fucking interruption from the spineless, thickless coward up here. This is a fiasco.
We can just talk to this as a no point. And Patrick,
We can just talk to this as a no point. What the fuck does that mean? Can somebody tell me? I know I'm not looking out there. It's rhetorical. What does that mean? Look at Patrick. Yeah, we can just talk about this as a no point because there's no curvature. Exactly. That's the whole point. Unbelievable. The idiocy that comes out of your mouth, it's shocking. I don't know how you made it this far. You must have a fleet of slobber nurses back there in the bullpen. You gotta be, somebody has got to be assisting you. And where's your helmet? My God.
no, seriously, jump in if you want to. If you want to
Yeah,
explain.
I would like to jump
Yeah,
in.
go
I'd
ahead.
like to say, first of all, I don't know how long you guys have been looking into this. Okay.
It's years. I don't know about Mr. Magoo, but he's already admitted from 2014. How many years is that? 9? 9 years.
But this is a question of geometry. This is not a question of anything other than, can you draw a circle on a piece of paper, stick a triangle on it, figure out the trig, and you'll know after you work a Taylor series at the end, just to expand the trigonometric function, you'll know that the curvature of the Earth over distance x is 8 inches times x squared, period. It is
Okay,
not
can I?
1 degree for every
finish that.
75 miles.
Go ahead and interrupt him, right? You can't help yourself. Can you respond to what Patrick just said? I would like to hear a response to what he just said. It was concise, no hyperbole. It was plainly heard. Can you respond to that, please?
And
Okay.
so I really want to.
Can't help but interrupt him, right? Unbelievable.
I mean, this is settled upon. The globe people agree with this. They just say,
Not the globe. That doesn't have anything to with globe people. It's just simple geometry. Everyone knows this. Well, anyone that can fog a mirror and graduated at least junior high. I know there's technically not a graduation of junior. You know what I mean.
fraction is what hides the curve.
Good, David.
All right.
All right. So are you going to deal with what he just said?
What about, so earlier, Patrick, you had some issues with Josh showing you what you call the cartoon.
Nope. Not going to deal with what he just said. He's going to get back to what you called a model and what Josh showed his cartoon. Yeah, not going to deal with Patrick just told him. Nope, just whistle right by that. Goodness gracious.
Cartoon, which was just a model to try to give some
It's
perspective.
not a fucking model. It was a cartoon. You don't know what a model is. You don't know what natural science is. You don't know what hypotheses are or experiments or theories. We've already demonstrated that in the pre-show. You're a fucking ignorant muppet. Spineless, dickless Nancy.
Perspective on what's being said, right? Yet now we're talking about drawing circles on a piece of
On a piece of paper.
paper, right?
Yeah, geometry. Yeah, this is a geometrical argument. Fuck!
And so what I'm asking is what kind
So he essentially categorized Mr. Magoo's incoherent in video, his cartoon, with Patrick's geometry, and then dismissed them both. You can't make this up. I don't know what to say. I mean, you make your own judgment on it. I mean, this is just fucking, it's a fiasco.
Kind of observable experiments.
Oh my God, he's moved out of geometry into observable experiments of shapes. Observable experiments. Is there another kind? What about unobservable experiments? And why are we doing experiments on a geometrical question? Like I said, it's a category error. He would fail 5th grade Intro to General Science. Unbelievable.
That you can point to in reality. Like, let's get off YouTube and off the papers and all that.
Whoa! What's wrong with YouTube? What YouTube's just a medium. Are you like implying that the medium's fallacious? Boy, I'd like to hear that argument. And get away from the research. Wait a second. Weren't you one of the proponents of research? Remember that underhanded little subtle poisoning of the well fuckwit that you said before about? I'm pretty sure you said research. I'm pretty sure about that. What were those? It was using your senses, using no equipment, and don't use published research. So now you want to get away from the research. You're just a clusterfuck. That's what you are, of incoherency. My God.
And just talk about observing reality. Because
okay, well, if we're observing reality, according to Mr. Magoo, there's no curvy because the Earth is too biggy.
Because I'm not sure if you become aware of this.
Oh my God, he's been out here for 9 years. And right out the gate, what does he come up with? The Soundly picture from Lake Pontchartrain. I debunked this photo literally 30 minutes after Soundly posted it back in the day. It had to be in 2016, right? I can't remember. It was too long ago. Literally, a half an hour after he posted, I just drug him around by his short hairs. Right? Unbelievable. Oh, by the way, the posting of this, whatever this is, it's apparently showing curvature. Guess who it just debunked? You got it, Mr. Magoo. Outstanding performance, Nancy. He just debunked his partner. But they're totally unaware of it. Completely unaware of what's happening here. I'm speechless. Back to Lake Pontchartrain here. He pulls this up soundly. Like I said, this was debunked. Let's do a 2nd grade debunk. I'm not sure that you understand this. Maybe get in contact with his slobber nurses to help them explain this to you. Do you live on planet Orleans Parish? Dipshit. Do you see why? This is over Lake Pontchartrain, right? This is 15.6 miles. He says 15 miles. That's incorrect. It's 15.6 miles. Right? Let's say that this is headed south. The transmission, we're looking directly south. Right? Let's say that you got into a boat and you went all the way to the end here. What do you expect to see looking further south? The same curvature, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you live on Mogul, Planet, Lake Pontchartrain? Oh my God. That's the 2nd grade debunk. See, 2nd graders are belly laughing over this shit. That's how bad this is. Do I need to say any more? I don't think I do. Let's see what he's got to say about this. The debunking of his partner, Mr. Magoo.
Sure you guys are aware of this. It's a place called Lake Pontchartrain. It's the transmission lines in Louisiana, United States.
Louisiana, United States. Isn't that redundant?
Anybody can go here and do this. Now,
I've been down here. I've been over Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Pontchartrain myself, probably 25 to 30 times. And
this is not my picture.
Who gives a shit?
But I've had friends of mine actually go and repeat this experiment.
He thinks this is an experiment. Everything's an experiment. To this window liquor. Pictures are experiments. He said his friends go down and repeat this experiment. Oh, really? Pray tell.
There's actually a few places that you can do this. And a real quick explanation is it's essentially
He's going to explain this. That's not what you're doing. You're just taking the headlines that you found on the internet and parroting the headline with no depth whatsoever. None. This was debunked 2016, dude. 26. I just debunked it right in front of you. I'm going to do it again here in a few seconds. That it's going to make this the second grade debunking a belly laugher.
essentially a causeway. This image
This is not a causeway. These are transmission lines. This is water. This up here, these things, the white puffy things, these are clouds. Okay? My God.
image was done originally by a YouTuber named Soundly. So anybody that's interested in following up on all of this,
Why would we be interested? He's been debunked years and years and years ago. This fucking clown right here. You see this? We jailed him years and years and years ago. Numerous counts of fraud. You might want to look up this video. It's on my channel. Just punch in Soundly. You'll get there.
if you go on
Anything
YouTube,
else?
you look up Soundly. There's tons of videos talking about
Tons of videos. Mountains of evidence. Right? Post one. Talk to it. Talk to the subject. Let's see it. Let's hear it.
all of this. And this image was virtually modeled on a spherical
This image was modeled on a sphere. What the fuck? Do you think modeling is the first step of the scientific method?
Earth with a circumference of 40,000 kilometers.
Okay.
The model made a prediction that if Zoom
Oh, models are making predictions now. So the first step of the scientific method is conjure a model, then have it make predictions, and then what?
zoomed in at the specific height, what we should see.
And then have it at specific height and have the model point to what we should see. And
This image is what the model showed.
this image is what the model showed. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, right. I'd say there's a better chance of Liberace being resurrected, sporting a purple tutu and jumping on a chartreuse hobbled unicorn and riding around the sombrero galaxy. You fucking moron. All you got here is a Texas sharpshooter fallacy wrapped inside confirmation bias. That's what you just got done explaining. But you're unaware of it because you're a fucking retard. A spineless, dickless one. I can't believe you said that. I really can't. Well, I can. I know you're a dumb fuck.
And when this shot was done in reality, that's exactly what you see. So what they did was they created a
Really?
model. They made
Yeah, here we go. They created a model. That's the first step.
predictions. And when they went
The
with
model made predictions, and then they went.
the Nikon P1000 camera, which is one of the favorite cameras that flat earthers like to say is the best.
You're just parroting that from somewhere that you heard. I don't have a fucking favorite camera. And I'm a flat earther. See what happens when you stereotype fallacy and you just mindlessly parrot the headlines that you heard? But I digress. So we got a model. It makes step one. We got a model. It made predictions. Then what?
best for zoom capabilities. They went and they actually saw the effects of their model and their prediction in actual reality.
That's what they did. See how he did it? That's a confirmation bias wrapped in Texas sharpshooter fallacy. So that's what the model predicted, huh? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs! Say goodbye to your model. Fucking pseudoscience model. What do you say about that? Same transmission lines. Gentleman was just on the right-hand side of the transmission lines. I just crucified Soundly and his fuckwit photo that you're mindlessly parroting right here. Say it. You're done. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. I do like hanging watermelon-sized curveballs. One of my favorite. Yep. I just jacked the fucking thing's yard. Nancy. What a clown.
So
Oh, and by the way, don't lose sight of the fact that he just contradicted Mr. No Curvy because it's too biggy.
the bridge, it shows right here. You got 24.27 kilometers, which is 15 miles across.
15.6 miles to be exact.
At least that's what you can see. And
You
if
can't see that far. If you count 85 of these, you're nowhere near this. Is about maybe 4 to 6 miles. You got a little further to go. That's why I said there's no depth. All he did was pull up this photo with the information on here and just mindlessly parroted it. That's all he did.
the Earth was flat, the vanishing point should intersect the horizon line.
Really? That's what it does here. You mean like that? Yeah. Done. Crucified.
In reality, the vanishing point is above the horizon.
In reality, I don't think so, Sunshine. There's reality right there. What is your fairy tale sphere tard inflating and deflating? Is that what's happening here? Your model's toast, by the way. Unbelievable.
Nathan, let me take a crack at this first.
All right, listen, guys. For the next minute or so, there's going to be some echoing. It's not me. It's inside the video. Just put up with it. It'll go away.
First, before you jump in. I'm sorry, David. Did I interrupt you?
No, you didn't.
You
man.
get an echo though.
Okay, I'm getting a bad echo.
One good thing, I haven't been Skype called yet. I'm going to start talking shit. That's right. I haven't been Skype. Don't just Skype call me to Skype call me, guys.
Oh, maybe if you're not talking, everybody mute. That'll fix that.
Okay.
You should have muted from the word go and stayed there. And him. I don't know. I'm going to have to officially apologize to my audience for the loss of IQ points. Listen to this fucking retard. And you. Unbelievable.
It's really bad. The question is it my fault? All right. Anyway,
I'm not hearing any on my end.
a little bit. So there's a fallacy called the affirming the consequent fallacy. So we're gonna start. I'm not going to address this picture that you're showing me
It's resolved now, guys. We're good to go.
just yet. But when I talk about
Nathan's muted.
rule of geometry, and by the way, I did the
You yellow-spined, dickless coward, you.
geometry because we're told that the Earth is a ball of radius 3959 miles. Okay, and so just doing trig, you'll know that the distance to horizon can be no more than 1.225 times the square root of 1.225 miles times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Okay.
That has no effect on these guys.
Now, all horizons can be no bigger than that on a sphere of those dimensions.
He's looking at Wiki Google again. Who knows? In reference to what?
This is mathematically verifiable. So it's all of them. So if you have one instance where it matches up with where the globe would expect that horizon to be, that's one instance. That's it's a claim. You know, all swans are white. How many black swans do you need to falsify the claim that all swans are white? Just one black swan. It's a Popper's razor. And so the Lake Pontchartrain, whatever it happens to show, I can show 100 different cases where the horizon is incredibly further, is way more distant.
That's okay. You mean this one, the Lake Pontchartrain, the transmission lines? You mean this guy, this one right here? Yeah, he's already debunked. I got you covered, Patrick.
Than a sphere of those dimensions would allow.
Nathan looks bored.
Have to get through that. That's a huge problem for the globe. And
Okay, which ones can you show? Just show.
No problem. Right there. That's your Huckleberry. You yellow spine dipshit. There it is right there. You see that horizon behind platform habitat? That's the end of your fairy tale sphere tard. That was a number of years ago. 2020. as a matter of fact. 3 years ago. That's it. That's what he's trying to tell you. It's all over.
Okay.
And
Go ahead.
what? And I just need to know the conditions of the environment during that day. What was?
Why? What are you, some type of fucking meteorologist? You've shown clearly that you're a clueless clown, incapable of understanding even though the most basic fundamental topics, like Mr. Magoo down here. So why do you need all the pedigree information? Why is that?
Was the cloud conditions, all of that?
You want to know about the clouds? What the fuck? What do the clouds have to do with it?
And we would need to know what kind of camera was used. I mean,
What kind of camera? Why? The ones with lenses in them?
know, was it zoomed in? How, like, there's
Was it zoomed in? What does it matter? If you know the distance, now you would need to know the distance and height. Yes.
certain things we'd need to know if those
Distance and height. Yes. That's
experiments
certain
are
things.
accurate.
Well,
No
we'd,
worries.
we'd also need to.
Would it be safe to
You can't
say
be heard, Nathan. You're muted. So stay on mute. I'll take care of this.
that clouds and atmospheric haze would make it
Atmosphere. You going to give them atmosphere? I wouldn't.
harder to see a great distance rather than easier?
Like, you were talking like
Boy, that stumped him. Look how confused he is. Oh, my God.
cloudy day, it's obscuring the horizon. Of
A cloudy. Oh, my God. Where are clouds? Dickless. How can clouds be obscuring the horizon? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You don't know what clouds are. That's nonsensical statement.
course.
A cloudy day would make it harder to see. You would see.
Why would that be? Are you thinking of fog? Not clouds. Now fog would do that. I don't fucking know, people.
You would see less far on a cloudy day, and you
What? I don't know.
would see further on a clear day.
And you can see even better on some other days where the atmospheric conditions.
Atmosphere. Am I going to have to stop you? Atmosphere is a paradox. It's an oxymoron. Atmo means air. Air is a gas. Sphere is a shape. Gases have no inherent shape. I think we already went over this before when I was talking about Christy Bodak from Southwestern University when they went to teach first graders, right? They said that gases have no definite shape. But we don't need Christy to tell us that. We all fucking know that. Right? It's intuitive. Or it's essentially from experience. So, why are you using atmosphere? What does that have to do with anything?
Allow for that.
Atmo, what now?
Okay. And really quickly, just
You can't, he said Atmo what, but he can't be heard. You shan't be speaking, Nathan.
before you go there, this experiment was
It's not an experiment.
done over a 10-day period.
It's not an experiment. What are you talking about? The Soundly photo experiment.
Now removed
where
completely
it
from the
changed
conversation, it
dramatically
seems.
the weather throughout
It's
that
just muted
time.
me and I can't
And
be there
many
talking.
people have
That's correct, Nathan. He's muted you and you can't speak. Yeah. I'm having a hard time hearing this. Let's try that. Sorry about that, guys.
gone since Soundly released this and have confirmed this as well and posted their results.
Really? Did you see my results? Well, you aren't privy to this, but you're debunked. You're just digging your hole deeper, clown show. Retard.
So the question would be, maybe we can ask John if we can, instead of chartering calling Tesla and chartering a rocket out of the planet,
Oh, brother.
we could just go to Louisiana and
Why would you need to go to Louisiana? The Lake Pontchartrain. Well, I admit that's a pretty good, because it has the transmission lines. Okay, I got you. Fair enough.
we can go into the Marriott Hotel right across.
Going to the Marriott Hotel. Is that where the transmission line photos were taken from? You think? You are such a pretender clown. What the fuck are you? What is he talking about now?
From the causeway, and we can all
Not the causeway. This is transmission lines. Remember? It's not a fucking causeway. All right? This is water. These are electrical lines. Up here is sky with those clouds you were fucking up before. Okay? You understand? My word.
get our cameras the way we think they should be set up and whatever.
You're just whistling past the graveyard. Nathan debunked your sphere tard about 3 times already now. I think the first time was at 40 minutes or so. I don't remember exactly. It may be before that. You're a fucking moron.
Whatever camera we want, and we do a repeatable experiment over a 10-day
He's
period.
talking about repeatable experiments. So his idea of a repeatable experiment by observing is closing his eyelids and then open them again real fast. So if you do that, if you blink, not a blink test, if you blink real fast, those are repeated observations, according to this fucking idiot. But you can't make this up, folks. I don't know what to say. Oh, and repeatable is attached to experiment, not to observable. See, with empiricism, empirical means observable, testable, repeatable, falsifiable. That's the summary of the scientific method in a few words. But the third one, the repeatable, is attached by the lips to the experiment or testability, not to the observation, you fucking imbecile.
To bring that into account for changes in the atmosphere, the clouds.
Changes. He just told you the atmosphere. Oh, did he tell you guys? I think he did. I don't know. I just told you atmosphere is a paradox. So you appealing to it, it's just you're fucking debunked.
Fog and how
fog. Now we're getting somewhere.
Can be affected by that, and see if we still get the same results.
Same results like these ones. This one isn't the same result. But we already done. We don't have to do that. You don't have to call your idiot friends, right? Your butt boyfriends. You don't have to do that. We already got it right here. Look how much cash I saved you. Idiot.
Go ahead,
Hello?
Nathan.
Nathan.
Hi.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait, I've had him on mute for the past 20 minutes. Hold on.
So just wanted to double check something with Josh. So given that your co-host is now asking us to explain away.
Yeah, now they haven't realized yet that this moron, the dickless one, contradicted this idiot. They haven't realized it yet. Nathan's going to bring it on home to him.
The horizon in the Lake Pontchartrain image, based on the maths that we laid down at the beginning of the show that you denied. And you said that we wouldn't be able to see Earth curve at the horizon, Josh. So are we now arguing for the horizon in the Lake Pontchartrain image at 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet as per the model and the maths that you denied? Or is that horizon not Earth curve? Because you seem confused about it, Josh. I just want to confirm that that is the horizon at 1.22 times the square root.
You're busted. He said it. You were busted anyway. But now that he's come out, did you think you're going to get away with that? Folks, I don't think he was aware, honestly, that his butt boy up there, the dickless wonder, had contradicted him. I don't think he realized that. He does. I think he does now.
The observer's height in feet that you said we weren't talking about. Because I'm very confused based on what you've said, Josh.
I'm speculating, though. He might not.
Well, I apologize that you're confused. No, what I'm saying is I was trying to explain something in
Get to the gist. He stalls and then starts waxing fuckwit philosophical. Just answer his question.
terms of how I understood it. I was not familiar with that formulation that Patrick and you had.
He's not talking about that formulation. He's talking about how your butt boy up here just contradicted you.
about, hence why I was saying that I do not recognize that. And
Here we go again, back to the fucking formulas. He does this the whole time with every single poignant, direct question to him. He will go off on an incoherent tangent that's not about the subject that was just asked. Every single fucking time.
I explained my position on what I was talking about.
Gotcha.
I explained my position on what I was talking about. Yeah, crystal clear. Thanks. Can you answer his fucking question? My God.
Do you understand it now? Your co-host has put it in the same way we put it.
Well, that's great. And so,
Yeah, it is great. It's a he just contradicted you. So that is great, isn't it?
so let's answer his question then.
Oh, so let's answer his question. No, let's deal with the contradiction. You said it was too biggie, no curvy, and he just showed curvy. So let's answer his question. What question was that? Why he's a dumb fuck? I don't know. Eating paint chips from the 70s? That's how his dick fell off?
Okay, so I'd like to address Josh first, if that's all right, David.
Yeah.
Josh, it is true that you have said on more than one occasion during this discussion that the Earth is just so incredibly big that we won't expect to be able to detect
Yeah,
it.
see, now he's going to hit him. Let's see what he does. See if he tries to divert away with another question. First, he'll stall, and then he'll divert away with another question. That's his modus operandi, right? Let's see what he does. I can't remember. Let's see.
Any curvature. You did say that. You said that 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. And now we have this Lake Pontchartrain photo, which has what appears to be extremely exaggerated curvature. So I need to know, can we now
Nathan,
dispense
you're fucking cracking me up in there, dude. You can't be doing that shit.
with the notion that that in the globe model, the horizon is not Earth curve? Because I really, really want to kind of nail you guys down on this, that we should expect the horizon to be of a specific distance based upon the geometry of a spherical Earth. Can I get you guys to concede that point?
All right, let's see what happens.
They have. He just put it to us with his model. It
Oh.
just contradicted the host.
I'd like it to be acknowledged.
Well, no. So hold on, Nathan. Let me.
Well, no. So hold on, Nathan. Okay, are you going to deal with that contradiction? Let's see.
Let me explain. Let me talk.
Let me explain. Let me talk.
If that's okay.
No, it's not. It really isn't fucking okay. Because I'm going to have to make a formal apology to my fucking guest, my audience, for them losing IQ points. You fucking retard. God. Let's see if he deals with it.
The horizon, as we discussed right a second ago with David, does change. You even
The horizon does change. What does that have to do with the contradiction?
said that, Patrick, that on cloudy, different atmospheric days, the horizon is
Different atmospheric days, the horizon, okay.
going to appear to be shorter in distance.
Sorry,
Yeah. Oh,
On
God.
Oh,
some
what
other
now?
days, it's going to be.
Atmo what
Nathan?
now?
Excuse me, Nathan. I'm talking.
Just didn't hear the word.
And
What was
then-
the word? Atmo what now?
Let's not do that.
It's a
Let's-
begging the question
we'll-
fallacy. Do we not
Yeah,
address
but we're not
fallacies
gonna
here?
interrupt. When they make fallacies, we're not going to interrupt.
Oh my!
When they make fallacies, we're not going to interrupt. They're mentally handicapped. We can't interrupt their fallacies.
Bad.
Yeah, that's real fucking funny, isn't it, Dickless? Yeah, I'm talking about you. The mentally handicapped. You're a fucking retard. Spineless and dickless, Nancy.
We'll let them be
This is
fallacious.
hilarious.
All right. Please continue, Josh.
Okay. So the atmosphere, to the atmosphere or to the horizon,
To the atmosphere or to the horizon, yes? Or are we into the contradiction? Yeah.
this can change. Atmospheric conditions,
What can change?
barometric pressures,
Amount of M&Ms in your pocket, your toenail length, they change, yes.
cloud cover, right? The amount of
Cloud cover has nothing to fucking do with it.
moisture content, carbon dioxide.
Moisture content, carbon dioxide, pollen, farts. What else? You see, this is fucking pathetic.
And all these other gases that are in the air.
Oh,
All
God.
these things can change and can
Yeah, and so what?
give you different perspectives on the horizon.
Different perspectives on the horizon. What the fuck?
I said this. I said Typically in the Navy, when we're looking at the ocean,
Typically in the Navy. Now we're going to go into story time about his wanking after he swabs the deck down in the galley.
believe it was somewhere between 8 to 16 nautical miles,
Holy
depending on the
fucking
various
shit.
different atmospheric conditions.
Holy shit, man. He's going to go back to his no curvy because it's too biggy. I swear. I know he is.
Okay. So what I was trying to say, and this is what I thought I did iterate, is that from a
What I did iterate is from where?
eye open position.
Okay, folks. Now, sit down. This is going to be highly technical. From an eye open position, if you don't understand, just wait till the end. We'll explain it to you.
Just looking and perceiving.
We're looking and perceiving from an eye open position. Okay?
To see if there's curve, it's not going to be seen because it's
I told you he was going to go there. Unfucking believable, dude. Holy fucking shit, you're dumb. Holy fucking shit. Look at Nathan. Hey, Dickless, are you following this? He's not answering the question. So that's his modus operandi. He's been doing it the whole fucking time. Right? He will be challenged. Directly challenged with a simple topic. He'll all of a sudden start stalling. He will pull shit right out of his ass, start waxing fuckwit philosophical, and then he'll go back to one of his train wreck points previously. It's exactly what it's rinse and repeat. That fucking modus operandi. It is really scary. If somebody call a mental health professional, I want to know what that fucking diagnosis is. Because that's a repeating pattern every single fucking time. Now, we know he's clinical level Dunning-Kruger. We know that. This is far beyond. It's in another category than clinical level Dunning-Kruger. This is a fucking joke.
It's negligible at that distance.
I thought it was negligent.
Now, looking at an object like David's showing.
Oh, we got
right?
there. Holy shit. Okay.
We have this curvature that's going over the horizon. Why is that happening?
Yeah. That's the question put to you. Yes. Oh, he stopped. He fucking stopped. I can't believe this shit, man. That's what we're asking you. Because you said no curvy. Too biggie. Why is that happening? Why did he contradict you? Unbelievable. He is so fucking... He thinks he's clever, I think. Yeah, that's fucking scary, man.
It's not. It's the horizon. The horizon's not Earth curve. If the horizon was Earth curve, then every distance to horizon.
Yeah, you should have busted him, though. I understand you haven't been engaged. I got you. I think Patrick wants to bust him. Let's see.
Measurement could be no more than 1.22 times.
Not that you're incorrect. You're right with your statement. I just wanted you to bust him with this fairy tale fiasco.
Square root of the observer's height in feet. And in the black swan image.
Uh-oh, he's looking up at his wiki Google screen. I think he's got something for you.
We can show that the distance to horizon is beyond 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, as it must be on a sphere Earth radius 3959.
Yeah,
And actually it was... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I want to point out, Josh, you bring up these atmospheric disturbances or
Oh, he's not going to bust him. I thought you were.
Atmospheric conditions, water vapor,
Right.
carbon dioxide, whatever, clouds. Those things make visibility less, not more.
It's a good point.
So
Well, it
I really
depends.
think that
What, you're questioning that? that wouldn't surprise me at this point.
no, it doesn't. Those things really do make visibility less, period. I mean, I would just appeal to the common sense of the audience in this case. Clouds make
Not
it
his audience or his audience. You can't do those appeals.
harder to see stuff. They don't make things appear that wouldn't normally appear.
Well, clouds and various different gases existing in the atmosphere are different things.
Clouds and various different things in the atmosphere are different things. Fucking profound. What does that have to do with anything?
Are a concentration of water vapors, where in
Clouds aren't water vapors. You fucked that up too. It's not gas. Clouds aren't gas. You need to look up the definition of fucking clouds. My God, are you a dumb fuck?
Make
in the sense of-
visibility less, not more.
clouds do. Yeah, absolutely, clouds do.
Atmospheric interference of all kinds reduces.
Can you look through
visibility.
a glass of water and have a magnification on the other end?
Okay.
Yeah, and what does that have to do with anything, you dumb fuck? Unless you can show glass in the atmosphere, the paradoxical atmosphere. Can you show glass in the paradoxical atmosphere that he's talking about? If you can't, that's a fuckwit false equivalence fallacy. He's around, I was going to say this is like 2015, 2016 BallTARD. That's what usually happened back then. That's a typical response. That's where he's at. He's just parroting that. He's not there. He's back in fuckwit land.
Okay, may I just, it's atmosphere you're talking about?
I asked Patrick a question.
That's,
That's what I'm asking.
it's irrelevant. My
It's not
question.
irrelevant.
Yeah, it is irrelevant. It's a false equivalence fallacy unless you can show glass in the fucking fairy tale atmosphere. Paradox.
Can I look through a water glass and is the object on the
I don't think you can look through a water glass without a fleet of slobber nurses. It's just my opinion.
other end magnified?
Magnified, so what? What does that have to do with your fairy tale atmosphere? Again, you're going to have to show glass. For a comparison, you're going to have to show glass floating around in the paradoxical atmosphere. If you can't, you're a fucking retard. This is irrelevant.
There can be lensing that takes place through the atmosphere.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
If you brought up fucking popcorn, it would have the same fucking relevancy.
thank you.
Thank you. You're a fucking moron.
Okay, can
I
I get to the
definitely
fallacy
agree with
now?
Okay.
I was
so-
told I wasn't allowed to
exactly.
interrupt.
So I was correct on that premise when I said
Correct on what premise? On your false equivalence fallacy. God, you're stupid.
that.
Yes.
Other than the fallacy
Now-
you used, which obviously I'm never going to get to ever address.
Why are you off moot? Sorry, go ahead.
You said atmo, what now?
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere?
Atmosphere.
So
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
believe that sphere-shaped air is something we experience?
Uh-oh. I don't know what he's going to do here, but remember the pattern, right? What's the pattern? Let's see if he does it.
Why don't you explain?
So,
to me-
okay, he got the stall. Now what's he going to do? I'm going to, let's go back. Okay, the first thing he does is he stalls. The next thing he was doing was waxing philosophical. Right? Then the next thing, he never answers the direct question, and then he asks another question. That's the pattern, right? All right, let's see.
Why don't you explain to me what you perceive it to be?
That's what it does. So he stalled a little bit. He didn't wax philosophical. Fuck, man, I wanted to wax philosophical. But he did ask the question. So he's pretty much on step for step, except for waxing philosophical.
It's your word. You said atmosphere. What do you think that means?
That is the amount of gases that are held within the earth by gravity.
Hell,
That's the amount of gases that are held to the earth by gravity. Holy fucking shit. If that were true, then it would never rain. All I'd have to do is explain. I'd just get him to explain. He couldn't explain it anyway without Wiki Google, but I'd get him to evaporation, the water cycle. Right? And the water cycle is water vapor. Yeah? What direction does it go? Up to the clouds. Yeah. The water vapor then condenses. Yeah, and it falls as rain. But it went up first. So I don't think they're going to get into fairy tale gravity. You're just a crayon muncher, dude.
gravity doesn't hold anything. It's not a force. There's no scientific evidence
really?
of gravity.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, really? Yes. Yes.
Middle of a statement.
So
Middle of a statement is my bad.
Yeah. They feel that it's their ass again, right? Yep. Start interrupting.
Obviously, it's me
How do
being a
I-
dick, wanting to make a
How
false
do I call
statement,
gravity?
contradicting you. Obviously, that's
Look
me
at both of them, right?
being a dick. No, there is no
No,
force
that's
of
fine.
gravity.
No, go
Well, that
right.
was
We
you
can-
being
My
dick
bad, still in the middle of the
go
same
right.
sentence.
They're both at it, right? Deuce 7 offsuit. That's all this is, folks. We all know what it is. That's it. Deuce 7 offsuit from a dickless window licker and Mr. Magoo, the moron of the ages.
Sentence.
Yes,
Obviously,
I
this
love
is me
this.
being
This
a
is
dick.
fine.
Maybe this is me interrupting you. So gravity's not a force.
Which you've been doing the whole show.
My bad.
but
That's the
okay.
fourth attempt.
So he's just charged Nathan with interrupting the whole fucking show. Can you believe that? That's what he just did. Rewind it. I don't know, man. It's fucking scary out there.
Gravity's not a force to hold gas in a sphere shape. Gravity is the bending of a conceptual medium known as pseudo-Riemannian force space-time derived in the mind's eye of Einstein in mathematics. It's a fourth-dimensional geometry. Meanwhile, in reality, we live in a three-dimensional Euclidean reality. There is no dimension of time to bend. Even if we could bend time.
You know what? Sorry about that, Nathan. You know what? There's something that I didn't factor in. That his wiki Googling, because a lot of times he looks up, I catch him typing, but sometimes he doesn't type and he's looking up. Is he being fed? That just hit me. During this debate, was this fuckwit being fed by a chat stream? Patrick, I want to know that. I want to know the answer to that. You dumb fuck weasel. Sorry, Nathan, go on.
As a dimension in a Euclidean four-space geometry, it wouldn't be a container for gas. Gas isn't held by pseudo-Riemannian force-space time bending in an Einsteinian gravitational dimension. Further to that, the notion that gas being held, i.e. gravity is a force, was debunked by Einstein 108 years ago. Mass does not attract mass. That's a Newtonian concept of gas. Pressure being held because of its weight going down towards the center of Earth. That was superseded 108 years ago by Einstein when he developed the fourth-dimensional space-time bending, which is not a force and is definitely not a container to hold gas in a sphere shape. So your oxymoron, sphere-shaped air, is merely a begging the question fallacy to allow you to describe atmospheric conditions as based on an R value, a sphere value, the radius of Earth being the value that derives your refraction rate at 7/6 of the radius in sphere-shaped air. Atmo, air, sphere, a shape. Air doesn't take the shape of a sphere, it takes the shape of its containment. If the gas was in a sky vacuum, we'd have none to breathe. We'd all be dead, because gas fills space. Gravity's not a force. Bending fourth-dimensional space-time doesn't hold it in a container.
And if I could say something else, Josh, you do bring up the concept of gravity, and that's what holds our so-called atmosphere here. I would ask you, what evidence do you have that gas gets acted upon by so-called gravity?
So the question is, what is his evidence of gas, air, being affected by gravity? That's his question. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's his evidence? That's a direct question. That air, gas, is affected by gravity.
Air.
Stall? What did he... Hold. Air. What the fuck did he say? Hold on. 125.34.
Our so-called atmosphere here. I would ask you, what evidence do you have that gas gets acted upon by so-called gravity?
Air.
What?
Air.
That's his answer. Air. Yeah, I can't. He's a dumb fuck. Beyond the forests of Azure. Air. How do you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Peanut butter. What the fuck? That's all. Look, he's actually serious, people. The answer to that question is air. I don't need to do anything.
It's not an answer. What evidence do you have that gas gets pulled on by gravity?
Okay, here's the stuff. After the train wreck, I don't have to deal with that. That's a we'll need mental health in here. Let's see what he does. Remember, he stalled. Now what's he going to do? He's going to wax philosophical, right? Dodge the question, then ask another question. That's the pattern.
Okay.
Stall, continue stalling.
Let's extrapolate this, okay? Because I like looking at conceptual
Here we go, right? Here comes the story.
realization of ideas. I got to see it, right? We got to see it. On a flat Earth, right? And this is maybe where we begin. On a flat Earth, what is holding us down?
That told you, another question. A diversion, another question away from the direct question that was asked. He's doing it every single fucking time. Every time. It's. Do we have that mental health professional out there? I'm going to take a break. But let's see what's going on out there. I don't think I'm updating. There we go. Do we have the mental health professional out there in chat? Oh, hey, thanks, Dank. Appreciate that. Super chat. And 1 mile has 1,800 meters. I don't know where that was. Oh, we're getting to some. Oh, just wait for that. You're trying to ruin my punchlines and shit. Okay. Okay. I'm looking for a mental health professional out there that has recognized that behavior. Yeah, exactly. I'm scrolling up. Dave Scott, no evidence. He'll ask another question. Yep. He does it every single fucking. He's been doing it from the beginning. Unbelievable. No, it's not the end of the debate. Not yet. No, I just needed to take a break, man. There's only so much I could take at one time. I didn't know that. Does QE know he can skip back 10 seconds by pressing J on his keyboard? I did not know that. Bobby, thank you. As soon as I pull it up, I'm going to try that shit. I didn't know that. What? No, I'm asking, no, not his bib, his helmet. Oh, boy. Also, the arrow. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Is that supposed to be some type of intuitive thing? Or somebody to tell you that? I had no fucking clue. Nathan, is Nathan still out there? He's probably not. It's getting real late for him. Nathan, did you know that you could press J and L? Yeah, arrow keys work too at 5-second intervals. Huh. No, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for letting me know. Appreciate it. We'll just take a break in place. Adam, do not teach QE shortcuts. He'll fuck stuff up if other windows are open. Adam, yeah. Yep. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate that. Thanks for having my back. He's my intercessor. Oh, man. Yeah, what would I do without my friends? Yeah, I'm a boomer. So what? Yeah, you seen me do that, Bobby. Have you put that message in there before? I didn't see it before. So that's on me. I'm taking Adam out of my will, by the way. You guys want to get back to this? It takes a lot out of you, man. If you get a rush from going live, but then when you're dealing with the actual substance or lack thereof, it's just I'm starting to get tired, man. Maybe I ate too fast too. That could be it. Go ahead. Okay, listen. Let's get back. Where are we at? Where are these guys at? There they are. Shit. Okay, that's a check. All right. Oh, so I got to check that, right? So it's going to go 10 seconds at just Jay, right? Watch the entire presentation collapse. Do you have to be playing? Let's try it.
Earth. Right? And this is this. Okay.
It's
'Cause
going back. That's what he said. Okay, that works. Let's go to the L.
looking at conceptual Earth. What is holding us? Why are my feet on the ground? And when I jump up, I.
What do you mean?
Thanks.
What's holding
Hey,
us
I
down?
appreciate that, guys. That works. Betty, why didn't you tell me that? I don't think Betty knows either. So appreciate it, guys. Thanks. All right, we're gonna start rolling.
Down. Gas is expanding in all directions. It's not going down. We're talking
That's
about
not what I
gas.
asked. Why are my feet on the ground? And when I jump up, I fall back down.
What does that have to do with any? Oh, see, you guys are drug along by the tail of the dog. He's wagging you. Just stop. Next time you run into a situation like that, catch a hold of the pattern and just expose him. Because he's just going to be chasing the fucking tail. But God.
More dense
Why
than
is
the air
that
you
happening
jumped.
on a flat Earth?
Because you're more
Why
dense.
is that happening on a
Okay,
flat
I'm trying to
Earth?
answer. Because you're more dense than
You're
air.
more dense.
You're more
Okay,
dense than air.
So you're saying that
I'm still in the middle of
force that's
answering you.
actually-
He just can't shut up. This dumb motherfucker. I don't know if there's been. You guys are gonna have to let me know if there's been a dumber motherfucker on my channel than him. I'm struggling. I don't know that. I'd like to know if you guys put it in the chat. I'll go ahead and evaluate it, but I don't think so.
Okay,
pulling
it's
down-
more than 1 or 2 words. You want to call me a dick again? Because I'm in the middle of saying something and you can't help talk.
No, he called you dick. The dickless. He's just jealous. He's dickless. He called you a dick.
Never
Through
called
me
you a
every
dick, by
single
the way,
time
but
I try and
anyways,
address
was
you.
me. That was
You've
me.
asked
You can't
me,
be-
why do I go down on a flat Earth? Do I only get 10 seconds to answer?
Go. I'm
Go ahead.
waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to shut up. So you are more dense than the medium of air. If you jump into a pool of water, you float because you're pretty much the same density as the water. You don't go down. Meanwhile, helium.
There he goes. Back up to his Google screen. I think he's being fed. I didn't see him type anything in. He may have. This is disturbing, man.
Balloons, if you let them go, don't go.
See, he's typing something in there. I bet you he's typing back. Holy shit. I'll let it go.
Down either. And clouds and gas isn't going down with gravity. It's not going down 9.8 meters per second squared in line with 808-year out-of-date force pulling it, or a bending geodesic and fourth dimensional space-time pulling it to the ground. Gas is created at ground level and goes up. So when you ask me why you go down through the medium of gas, what, you're going to ignore the gas in the...
Yeah, remember the original question? It was, how is gravity holding on to gas or air? Now this crayon muncher got him talking about solid objects falling down to the ground. Unbelievable.
puddles being created and going up to the clouds? They're not going down with gravity, are they?
So Nathan, can I ask you a question on this?
Here's another question. Unbelievable.
What is air?
His question to Nathan. What is air? That unfucking believable. I'm speechless. See, this is all a diversion away from the original train wreck that he was busting on. Show gravity holding gas or air to the earth. This is all he's doing. He's got you chasing the tail, guys.
And in homogeneous anisotropic mixture of gases.
What kind of gases?
All sorts of different.
Another question. What kind of gases? Right? Absolutely meaningless. Trivial horseshit. But he's getting them off the fucking trail. Yep.
Different gases. What's the point of this?
Like
it's
what?
not going down with
Like
gravity.
Exactly.
It's not creating a sphere-shaped air. We haven't got atmosphere. You
Now
see,
he's going to make a big deal. What is the gases? What are the gases that are composed? This fucking guy's laughing because he's such a dumb fuck, spineless, dickless Nancy. He's clueless about what's happening here. This is remedial retard. Horse shit right here.
What are the gases?
focusing on something that I haven't claimed. This is all in regards to your claim that there's a
What are the
sphere-shaped
gases
air
that make up air?
held
It's
by
really that
gravity.
simple.
Exactly. You got it, Nathan. Yep. But he isn't going to let you say it.
What's
Oxygen,
going on? Every
nitrogen,
single time I
argon,
address anything
trace
that's
gases.
See, he's still going. He's not going to let you do it. And you worthless fucking weasel, you're enabling it. Why?
Paper?
It's two people talking at the same time. Everything I say triggers you, clearly. Yeah. The reason
asking
we're
if
having
you've
this
been
discussion is
triggered since you
because
came
He can't do it. Now they're both going to do it.
What
there
is
it
the
goes again.
composition of air?
There it goes again. The composition of air, when we're discussing sphere-shaped atmosphere made by a claim that you put to us, what's the relevance? Who cares what the proportions of air are?
relevance?
It's created at ground level and doesn't go down with gravity and form a sphere shape. That's your claim debunked. You're going to
Okay.
Yeah, that's debunked. Yes. Okay. Boy, that was it. Okay.
concede that?
You're going to concede that? Direct question.
Can I speak?
Can I speak? Yep, here we go again. Yep, Nathan caught him in the end. Good job. Can he speak?
In the middle of me talking or when
Who wants to bet he's going to ask another question? Let's see if the pattern repeats itself.
I've stopped? Obviously, you can speak. I've finished making my
You
point.
have stopped, so I'm asking you, obviously, can I speak?
This is a stall. So, yep, stall, check.
You talk about the medium of air. Air, you just said, is a combination of gases. But then you were saying that what we experience as gravity is due to density.
What we experience is gravity. We don't experience gravity.
If that was the case, then you would see a substrate of gases. Firstly,
A substrate of gases. Really?
you have nitrogen, you have oxygen. These are two different elements on the periodic table at two different
Two different elements. Wow, that's profound. What does that have to do? Look at Nathan. He knows what he's doing.
densities. You have water that is in air.
You have water that is in there. Yeah. Where's water on that periodic table? Yeah, Nathan. Yeah. At least he hasn't waxed philosophical. He's just waxing meaninglessly. He's going to hit you with another question. I know it.
Why is it a very larger density? Why aren't they separating through the densities of what you just
Here we go. There's the question. Yep, there it is. Yep. Good job. The pattern every single time. Check. Fucking clown.
I already answered you when I said it was an anisotropic inhomogeneous
Good job.
mixture of gases. Gases of air have gaps between them. They disperse. It's a law of nature. It's called entropy.
Air
And
is
there
a
we
whole
go
bunch of
again
gases.
in the middle
Why
of my
don't they-
sentence.
Yep. Yep.
Obviously, halfway through the sentence, you need to be talking.
You fucking retard. You're busted.
You done?
It is
What
true.
you're
You
saying
done?
is not
Can I
making sense.
talk?
You're using
Are you done?
you're
Have you
using
finished?
the
Do I
medium
have your
of
permission
air
to
as
talk?
a
Do I
answer
have your
to the
permission?
This is pretty funny, ain't it? You're in charge of this train wreck. It's a direct reflection on your ability, dickless. And you're over here smiling. Isn't that appropriate?
Permission to
Question of what
finish
is
the
air?
sentence?
No, what you're saying is making
No.
any sense.
No,
You're
I do
using the
not have
medium of
permission to
air
finish
as
this
a
sentence.
definition of air.
Okay, so I don't have permission to talk. Okay, I understand.
Wow.
This is
And
hilarious.
Patrick, would you
Yeah, it is. Actually, it's pathetic. And you're responsible. How you like that, dickless? What a clown you are, Nancy. You yellow-spined fucking coward.
would you
Okay,
like to
we
chime on
started.
what I was asking?
I'll answer you, Josh.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Number one,
You shouldn't answer that. Why are you answering him? It's just enabling the behavior even more.
you asked why we.
There goes Nathan. Did you mute him again? I didn't see it.
Go down. We're more dense than air, just like Nathan
Correct.
said.
Right.
We live in a density gradient. Denser things go down, less dense things go up.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct. He's putting himself as he's he thinks he's some type of authority. Correct. Yes, correct this, correct that. Yeah. Meanwhile, he doesn't know his ass from a pipe wrench. Fucking clown.
Very important. Gases do not fall to the earth. Period. Gases expand in all directions. Entropy increases. You cannot
Look,
have
he's not listening to him. He's got his hand raised like a numpty dipshit retard. Can't make this up. You can't make this up. Unbelievable. Oh, boy.
gas pressure without containment. The heliocentric model claims that the gas that we
The heliocentric model doesn't exist.
are breathing is immediately adjacent to a 10 to the minus 17 torr vacuum. That is not possible. And there is no evidence that so-called gravity causes gas to go down. Otherwise, we'd be sweeping up gas from the floor. Gas goes up, gas goes down, gas goes to the side, it goes everywhere. There is no evidence that the sky is a vacuum. There.
So, Patrick,
So here's the stall.
do you have a carbon?
Do you what? Let me hit J. All right, here we
Gas
go.
goes down, gas goes to the side, it goes everywhere.
How you like that, folks? See, I'm employing with new knowledge what I've learned and actually applying it.
There is no evidence that the sky is a vacuum. There.
So, Patrick, do you have a carbon monoxide detector in your house?
Now we're on the carbon monoxide detectors. What the fuck? What the hell does that have anything to do with the discussion? I just want to exit out of here. If I'm honest with you guys, I just want to get the fuck out of here. I really do. But I won't. Okay, we'll go for it. Carbon monoxide detectors. Okay, what?
No.
Okay, I do. We put them
Well, you must be special. Where do you put them?
on the bottom outlets. The reason is
On the Bauta. Did he say Bauta outlets or bottom? Let's hit J. Back we go.
Patrick, do you have a carbon monoxide detector in your house?
No.
Okay, I do. We put them on the bottom outlets.
I don't know what he said. He didn't say bottom, but I don't fucking know. Okay.
The reason is because carbon dioxide is a heavier gas.
Whoa. Not carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide. What? What the fuck, man? He switched from carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide. So is there carbon dioxide detectors in your house? We got to hear that again. I love this J button.
Do you have a carbon monoxide detector in your house?
So carbon monoxide.
No.
Okay, I do. We put them on the bottom outlets. The reason is because carbon dioxide is a heavier
Carbon dioxide is heavier. Oh my God.
gas than air and falls down to the floor.
Oh, really? Carbon monoxide. So is he saying he puts carbon monoxide detector? Who knows what the fuck he's saying? It has to be carbon monoxide detector because there are no carbon dioxide detectors in the homes. No, you don't. Ironically, my wife came up to me last week and she said, "Where's our carbon monoxide detector?" And I said, "Oh God," because when we first got the house, I put a couple around the house, right? And I said, "Oh man, I think they went bad," and I tossed them, and that was years ago. And I said, "You know what would be a good study?" To my better half, I said, "Go ahead and get another one, and let's see what the experts say on where we put them." Right? Take a guess what the experts say about where to put them. It's not on the bottom outlets either. It's not down near the ground, not down near the floor. You can do that, but guess where else you can put them? About 5 feet up from the floor or 1 foot down from the ceiling there, crayon muncher. So what are we dealing? Are we dealing with carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide detectors?
No, it doesn't.
When they're talking about global warming and they measure carbon dioxide,
He's on carbon dioxide again. He got mixed up. I guess, the guy who sent him the chat got him mixed up between carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide.
levels on the surface level. They're measuring them at the surface level. Yes, they expand. They can be expanded up. They can be expanded down.
Oh, if they go up, you're screwed. That's just all over. You don't realize it. You just contradicted yourself. Dumb fuck.
Heavier gases do fall down.
No, they
You
do
can-
not.
The gases do fall down. Where do they fall down from? To fall down, they would have to be produced in the sky. What gases are produced in the sky so as to fall down, Mr. Magoo? Fuckwit. You know what else? You just directly violated Boyle's Law, Charles' Law, Gay-Lussac's Law, Avogadro's Law, part of Dalton's Law, the second law of thermodynamics, and Brownian motion. All of them, all at once. Your parents must be proud and game roosters.
Have gas pressure without containment. Do you
I'll
agree?
try and address this. Keep saying it and you're not addressing it. Saying gases go down, like carbon monoxide.
No, he was confused. Carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. I think he thinks they're the same.
No. Carbon monoxide, when introduced in a high quantity to other gases that are already existent in a contained system, can form.
There he goes, typing away. Up on his Google monitor. Either to a website or chat. He's being fed.
At the bottom. Same with sulfur hexafluoride. But all gases, without exception, will disperse into whatever volume they have.
Unbelievable.
With time, all of that carbon monoxide will disperse throughout the containment, without exception. It's a law of nature. It's the second law of thermodynamics. Dispersion. It's a law of nature. So saying it forms puddles, no, it does not.
So
Here we go. So stall, wax philosophical or something meaningless, and then ask another question. That's the pattern. Let's see if he does it.
let me ask you this then.
Oh, he comes right out. Let me just ask you this, right out with the question. Fuck the other two steps. Except the stall. Unbelievable.
If something is heavier, more dense, falls down,
Something is heavier, more dense. Define heavy. And then define density. Fucking idiot.
is it not being contained by the substrate above it?
So are the gases being contained by gases? Define container. Mr. Substrate Fuckwit. My God.
Right, substrates of gases don't contain other gases. They have gaps between them. Gases can't contain gas. They're just a gap. That's all it is. Molecules moving through gaps. So how's it being contained by a substrate of other gases
What
when
are
it's
the
an inon?
gaps?
There's no intermolecular bonds, you retard.
When it's an anisotropic, inhomogeneous mixture of gases. When you go up to the very highest heights, there isn't a layer of different gas. It's all one mixture.
Wait a second, Nathan. He's not listening to you. He's typing away.
All mixed up. The only place you find that
Yep,
is where
looking back up there for the answer. Unfucking believable.
the gases are produced. So if you have a carbon monoxide leak into a house,
No, carbon dioxide leak.
it's trying to disperse already existing gases
Correct.
in a contained system.
Oh, now he's playing correct. He's not even fucking listening to him. Correct. Like he's some type of authority. My God.
So you'll have a higher concentration where it's being introduced. Likewise, on a much bigger scale, you've got a higher concentration of water vapor pre-conversion layer at the cloud substrate, if you want to call it that. But there's still a mixture of all of the different gases at all quantities, at all levels, because it's an anisotropic, inhomogeneous mixture of gases. Meanwhile, to have this dynamic system, we must have containment. If the sky was a vacuum, as is claimed to be a place you can take pictures of Earth as a sphere from space, that's a space that gas would fill, then all of the gases we have here breathing at pressure.
The fuck is he smiling at? He's looking up into his monitor and smiling over this way. Very strange behavior.
Fill that space. Because what are they pressing on? At the top, where there's the Kármán line, an arbitrary point that they say forms the volume of the gas that we all breathe. Well, volume is the amount of containment for the gas. The Kármán line is not a container, and gravity is not a force. So we don't have a sky vacuum. The sky is not a vacuum. If it was, the gas would fill it. We'd all be dead.
Yep, that's it. There goes your entire heliocentric sphere-tard religion. Again. What do you got to say to that?
Space is fake.
Vacuum of space is fake. Not space. Not length, width, and height. Try to be hyper-specific. Well, what you got?
Okay.
Also gay.
Okay. Is that it?
There's a lot of arguments coming in. I want to just
There's a don't just bypass. Just whistle past the graveyard by the death of your sphere-tard religion. That's it. It's all over. Well, it was over a long time ago with the elevation angles. Unbelievable, folks. What is it? What you looking at? You seeing colored tape again? It's making you smile.
quickly return back to the causeway.
Yeah.
The causeway, how can we return back to the causeway? We were never there. They are transmission lines. Remember? This, Dickless. These are transmission towers going down here. These are transmission lines, right? There's some electrical lines up here too. This is water, okay? This is sky up here. These are clouds. You understand? Doubtful. So how can we return back to the causeway when we've never been there to begin with?
Just for the benefit of the listeners,
where's this
if
from?
you would like to check this out, this has already been modeled out.
Oh, shit. Walter Bislin. Walter Bislin. I caught this crayon muncher. This was years ago. I was looking at a Taboo Conspiracy video, right? And I looked down and boom, comment come up. And it's Walter Bislin. So I said, what the fuck? And I know that he's a crayon muncher, clueless clown. And so what I did, there was a couple people that answered. I can't remember what he said, But I wanted to expose his science acumen because he's just a clueless clown. And so I wrote him a couple very simple questions. Like I said, there was a number of people before me that posted, and it was dinner time for me. So I hurry up. I put a couple questions, nothing major, like what's a hypothesis? That's, you know the routine. And I went off to dinner. I came back. It was 30 minutes later, and I went to my notifications, and there was nothing in there. I said, boy, that's strange, because there was a lot of people posting in there. Even if Walter didn't post, somebody else would have posted, right? So I hit my notifications. You know when you hit them and they go nowhere? They went back to Taboo Conspiracy's video, but his comment wasn't there. You know what that fucking coward did? He was the opening post, right? So he seen my post, and he deleted the entire fucking thread. That spineless coward, dickless idiot, just like you. I'm not surprised that you would gravitate, no pun intended, to Walter Bislin. Birds of a feather. Yeah. Clueless fuckwit.
Thoroughly documented over at Walter Bislin's blog.
What's thoroughly documented? What's that? Do you have an argument?
I'll drop all the links afterwards.
What links to what? Do you have an argument?
And what this is a curvature app simulation.
So it's a simulation. I thought we were trying to discover the nature of our reality. Why are we in a simulation?
Based on the observations that were made. So with the help of...
So based on the observation, what observations that were made? About the transmission lines? Or the transmission towers?
I'll just read this out. With the help of a simulation...
Oh, God. With the help of a simulation.
Up to what altitude the Earth appears flat, although it...
So we're in a simulation, and you're going to show us at what altitude the Earth appears flat.
Actually has a spherical shape.
But it does have an actual spherical shape in the simulation. Oh, that's amazing.
Some animations, you can learn how to...
So using simulations and animations...
recognize the curvature of the Earth, or in what circumstances...
You can recognize the curvature of the Earth through animations and simulations.
Appears flat. The simulation can also simulate refraction.
Refraction? You wouldn't know what refraction was if it landed on your face, spun around, giggled, then whistled fucking Dixie. Just like every single other sphere-tart idiot that I've run into, and I've run into a lot of them in 7 years. Every single one of them, I asked them to define refraction. And you know what? They couldn't fucking do it. And you're appealing to it. You don't know what it is. Dipshit Don Hare definitely don't. He hasn't a clue unless he types it into his chat and they tell him. They ain't going to know. He'll just parrot some numpty shit.
And I prove by means of photos how the simulation depicts reality by...
So he proves the simulation depicts reality. You mean like this? The model that you gave us, Soundly's model. Remember, they modeled, then the model predicts, and then they went out and found, using confirmation bias and Texas sharpshooter fallacy, they found their little fairy tale. And then I come along and then show you this that crucifies Soundly and all his horseshit from Pontchartrain. Yep, that's how it went. Thanks for bringing it back up again.
Superimposing the simulation results onto actual photos.
So simulations on the actual photos. Well, that makes sense.
So this is how it goes. So if we go to the causeway.
Okay. Is this the causeway? Or another cartoon?
This is Lake Pontchartrain, and they're just showing you the different measurements here and the perspective.
The different measurements? Where's the measurements? All I'm seeing is something that looks like a causeway. I don't know. This doesn't look like fucking New Orleans to me. Does this look like water? Okay, what's in here? Looks like a horizontal plane out this direction. What's that? Is that curvature to you, Dickless?
So just let the model go through real quick, and then you guys...
Oh, you think this is a model too, don't you? Unfucking believable. Okay, what are we looking at?
Come in and rebut it.
What's to rebut? You have a horizontal plane right here. Nothing to rebut, idiot. Okay?
And you can even go in and you can
We can go in and do what?
toggle your height.
Okay, well, looks like we still got the horizontal plane out here. This looks flat as shit. Why is this appearing to go up in the field of vision? Why is that? You know, on your sphere tard that's already been debunked 6 ways from Sunday, on your sphere tard, every point from a tangent along your feet in every fucking direction drops at 8 inches per mile squared. Why is this going? What it appears to be going up to a horizontal plane. Why is that? Bet you can't fucking answer it.
Right?
Right, what? I haven't seen anything to rebut just yet. This looks like a fucking train wreck. Looks like they have to rebut this.
So that you can get the idea.
Oh, we got the fucking idea.
You can zoom.
Really?
And I'm just
We still got the horizontal plane out here. Can you rebut that?
bringing this up. I don't have to go through the whole thing.
Yes, you do. Why not? You can't go through the whole thing because, like I said in the beginning, what he does is, and he even admitted, what he does is he takes the headlines from dipshit ballers, right? Parrots the headline argument and then floats it out there to people like he's doing right now without any substance, without any depth. There is no, did you hear an argument in here? I didn't. This is a fucking joke.
It's all broken down. The math.
What's all broken down? The math? You don't know the fucking math. What the fuck is this?
Is here, how the values were determined.
What values? I didn't see any values up there in your model. So what was determined?
What the images are, what the
What the images are, what the equations are.
equations are.
What? This equals this? I am shocked, stunned, literally, by your meticulous attention to excruciating detail. OCD-like. Fucking clown.
Right? All of this stuff.
All this
Refraction
stuff. Love it. Great.
is all included. So it's just a tool that
Like you are.
was created based on a model that made
Oh, here we go. Based on a model, you know, remember this was the other model, right? The model that was based on their confirmation bias, right? Inside the Texas sharpshooter fallacy. And then look what happened. Same thing just happened here. Of course, you didn't show shit.
predictions, and then they went and
The models don't predict. Predictions are hypotheses, and you don't know what one is. Remember we went over that before? Fuckwit.
validated those predictions with photos and video.
They validated predictions with photos. What a clueless clown. Are you like Jean Dixon or something? You reporting on Jean Dixon out here and her predictions? I was going to say Fats Domino, but it's Jimmy the Greek. Who are the other guys? I can't remember them. Edgar Casey, those guys. Is that these type of predictions, right? Fucking clown.
Video. It's been repeated multiple times.
He's back on his repeated, right? As long as you blink. If you close your eyes and then look again, that's a repeated observation.
Over a period of time.
Really?
They get the same results.
Like they got the same result. That's the same thing you claim with Soundly's. Causeway. This fucking clown thinks the transmission line's a causeway. Can't make this up, folks. Yeah, the same thing that you did before that I crucified. Yep, love it. Thank you.
And so, and there's numerous areas. There's another lake that there was another experiment that was done.
Really, another lake and another experiment. You don't know what an experiment is. You don't know what natural science is. That was went over in the pre-show. That demonstrated your ineptitude with natural science. Fuckwit.
Done
No
that we can bring up as well. But anyways, just so that you
We'll bring those up as well at that other lake that doesn't have a name.
have a place to go and look into
So
this.
these people have a place to go. You know what? I want them to go here. Listen to Dickless. I want you idiot BallTARDs to go here. And I want you to mindlessly parrot the same shit he did. And then see what happens to you.
Because there's answers to the claims that are being made here.
There's answers to the claims being made here. So did they have any claims? And then there's answers. Profound.
And that's where we are. And this is where this debate has.
That's where we are. There isn't a debate. The debate was over in 2016. It was over. Well before the Black Swan and the elevation angle arguments. Way before that. It was dead. There is no debate. You're whistling past the graveyard.
has been stuck for years is that.
But you're too stupid to realize it.
One group is saying, this is the way the math has to be done. This is.
Wait a second. One group is saying this is the way that math has to be done. That's how I know you have no idea of mathematics. Or geometry, for that matter. You're a fucking idiot. That statement made no sense.
The way we have to calculate it. And the other is saying, no.
The way we have to calculate it. What the fuck is he on about? Just generalized horse shit. I don't know where he got this from.
No, you're missing this data. And there's a.
That's what I always say. No, you're missing this data. Shut the fuck up.
Been a gap between.
The gap is between your ears. It's an unfordable gap. A vacuum of nothingness. You clown. Dickless idiot.
This debate in that regard for a long time. So this means that each and every one of us, the viewers, have to go and try to verify that for themselves. I'm not saying just believe a model.
You're not saying just believe a model, but that's what you put up the other two. Why would we need to believe it anyway? You don't know what believe means. You went on and on about fucking Soundly's model. And you described it as some type of proof. But now we don't have to fucking worry about it? Well, that's great. Contradict yourself much. My God.
But the model represents, if the model's accurate. Then
model doesn't represent shit. That's a reification fallacy. Look up the term model. My God.
Go to the reality, to the real world and document it. If you can debunk the model or you can prove it correct.
I did that right here. I debunked your pseudoscience model right here. Thank you for allowing me to present it again. Anything else?
And you have to do it through repeatable experiments.
Repeatable experiment. This is not experiment. There's nothing to do with fucking experiment. This is as far, if you said it's repeatable beach balls, it would have just the same amount of fucking relevance. You idiot, clown, dickless, clueless, fucking retard. My God.
Model? It's not an experiment. You don't know what science is. But can I debunk
Exactly. Yeah. He'll whistle by that. Whistle past it.
the model, please?
Debunk away.
If the Earth was a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles, as depicted in the begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking Walter Bislin model, then every distance to the horizon could be no more than 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, exactly as dictated in Walter Bislin's model. The distance to the horizon in the Black Swan is beyond the geometric limitations of a globe Earth, radius 3959, as depicted in Walter Bislin's crappy begging the question proof of nothing perspective hijacking Earth curve calculations.
That's it. You're looking at it right now there, Crayon Muncher. That's it right there. That's the Black Swan. That's what he's talking about. You see that fucking horizon at 9.41 miles? Platform habitat with the horizon beyond that. It's actually well beyond that. But we'll just call it 10 miles. How can that be when the distance to your geometric horizon, the BallTARD, not your personal one. We ain't going to get involved in that again. You know, the BallTARD religion, that is your geometric limitation. You see that big orange 1.22 miles? That's where the horizon should be. It can't be any further than that under any fucking conditions. It can be closer than that, but not further. That's its geometric limitation. And look what we have in this photo. You see that horizon? Wait, let's just say that horizon is 10 miles. Let's just say that. Guess what the fairy tale radius of the Earth would be if we just said the horizon right there is 10 miles away? Any guesses? Via Pythagorean formula, your new radius of the Earth at 10 miles away is 264,000 miles. It's fucking over, sunshines. Been over since 2016.
In his model. Therefore, the Earth is not a sphere with a radius of 3959, and the horizon is not Earth curve.
I'd like to respond as well.
One sec, Patrick. I just want to point out
What are you going to point out? Do you have a rebuttal, a coherent one?
that was that an ad hominem fallacy against
Oh,
Walter
God. You don't know what an ad hom fallacy is.
No.
No, not at all.
So this is the diversion away from what he just said, so he doesn't have to deal with it? You guys fell for it, I think. Let's see.
Repeat that last sentence again.
If the Earth was a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles, then every distance to horizon could be no more than 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, as laid down in Walter Bislin's Begging the Question. That means he's assuming the outcome because it's got an R value in it. Proof of Nothing, because it assumes its outcome and has got an R value that can't be measured if the horizon's beyond the geometric distance laid down in these maths. Proof of Nothing Perspective Hijacking, because there's no account for things reducing in angular size in Walter Bislin's Begging the Question. Proof of Nothing Perspective Hijacking Earth Curve Calculations, with a geometric horizon at 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, based on an R value that is acquired by a geometric calculation derived from a horizon distance measurement by Al-Biruni. Anything else?
Yes, and
Now, you're going to deal with the substance of what he said rather than divert away? Patrick, are you going to let them do that?
Oh, you know what we should do? We should get in touch with Walter Bislin and have him come on.
Oh, we need to get in touch with the spineless, dickless coward, Walter Bislin, who deletes complete threads. Why should we get in touch with him? Can't you mindlessly parrot his horse shit? So this is just another feeble diversion away from the substance that Nathan just laid down. He's not going to deal with it, folks. He's just going to bypass it. On to the next. Right? You dickless window licker. Unbelievable, folks.
I want to respond to that. But anyways, go ahead, Patrick.
absolutely. That sounds delightful. I'd love to talk to Walter Bislin. but
You'll never talk to him. It'll never fucking happen.
I'd like to say this. Geometrically speaking, first of all, if you guys really have been looking at this subject for this long, you really should have known 8 inches per mile squared by now.
You think?
But here's the thing. What happens when you talk to Globers and you show them extremely distant objects that
See, you're getting off the topic. You already mentioned this. See, you're letting them with a get out of incoherent jail free card. They should have commented on what Nathan had said. But it destroyed their sphere tard. But you're letting them out. I know you're not doing it consciously. I'm just saying in the future, stick with the topic. If somebody has a really strong point, drive that fucking stake home. And don't, I say again, do not allow, I don't care what they do. I don't care if they start standing up, jumping around, pulling their hair out, and eating shit. I could care less. Stay right on topic. Okay? Just a word of advice.
cannot possibly exist in the globe model. You cannot possibly see them. They would be obscured by the curvature of the Earth. They retroactively say, well, this time it's refraction bringing it closer to us. Or this time it's this, that.
There he goes. He's not listening to you. He's typing away, looking up at his Google screen.
Or the other. Or honestly, it's refraction over and over again.
You waiting for a response?
But
Yep.
we have.
Yep.
Are you saying refraction isn't a thing, though?
Refraction. You don't know what refraction is. Number one. You have no fucking clue. Refraction isn't a thing in your fairy tale globe-tard paradoxical atmosphere. If you understood what refraction was, you would already have known that. That's how I know you're a pretender clown fuckwit. So no, the terrestrial refraction, you don't even know what you're referring to. I'll clue you. You're referring to terrestrial refraction that does not exist in your globetard. No. Refraction, however, does exist. It happens between a boundary, an interface. It's an angle of light. That's all you get.
No, not in your
I'm not saying
model.
refraction
Yeah,
isn't a
exactly.
thing.
No, not in your model. Exactly.
Not in
I'm
your
saying
model,
it
it
doesn't
isn't. No.
magically. It doesn't magically delete Earth curve.
Yeah, it doesn't exist in their model. Patrick, you have to clue him in on this.
In your
So-
model, in Walter Bislin's model, you can look at the maths. I'm very familiar with Walter Bislin's maths. He used the same as Mick West in the metabunk calculation, same model. I have spoken to him about it and had him over a barrel when I pointed out that the assumption of the R value in his model isn't in any way proven or measurable. It's a begging the question calculator, same as Walter Bislin. So they're the exact same maths. So I have spoken to people who've made these calculations. Mick West is one of them. He made it clear to my audience in no uncertain terms that he begs the question of an R value for these mathematics. Now that R value, as
And
I
it's also-
stated earlier, was measured by Al-Biruni. And Al-Biruni measured a geometric tangent point to the horizon to give you that R value by way of acquisition of a height of the mountain measured from a flat plane with elevation angle measurements. So in order to derive the R value in these maths that you're saying that, correct me if I'm wrong, David, you said it was an experiment? It's not. Maybe you'd like to give us the hypothesis for Walter Bislin's
Yeah, it'd be easier for him to sprout broccoli out of his armpits.
model. There won't be one, you just don't know what science is.
Exactly.
We do. On a daily basis on Flat Earth Debate, Nathan Oakley 1980 channel, we take apart clowns and their idiotic ideas of what science is.
He's talking to the clowns. He means you. And, it's already known that he's a clown. But he's talking about you.
Because we know what science is and how the globe Earth doesn't have any. Meanwhile, this non-science model, with its maths that I understand implicitly, has been debunked because you can't get the R value that the entire model's based on because you can't measure a geometric horizon to give you the R value. We debunked Al-Biruni by debunking the measurement of a geometric sphere edge horizon at 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, as denied by one of this show host and affirmed by the other. We know
Yeah, that contradiction. Remember that a long time ago where you whistled past that? You fuckwits.
what the globe Earth claims, you don't. We know how the Earth's measured flat with elevation angle measurements. To Polaris, giving you your maps and models, including the globe. Your globe's a flat Earth model.
Ah! Now what you gonna do? What are they gonna do? I can't remember. I don't know what they're gonna do. What are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do with that?
Okay, real quick. Okay, Patrick, it's up to you. You want to go first?
Why go? What? No, not Patrick. You and this idiot. Aren't you gonna deal with what he just told you? You're just gonna whistle right past the graveyard again, aren't you? You fucking ignorant mongs. My word. What do you want Patrick to do? Dance?
I want to let you respond to this. And
Respond to what? Why are you responding to him? What in the flying fuck is going on here? Look at this doofus. He's reading the text chats coming back to him. What the fuck is going on here?
then I have a few questions coming out of the chat that I'm just going to throw in there.
Why don't you deal with what he just said that destroyed your entire fairy tale sphere tard religion? The whole fucking thing. Nope. No response? Yeah, we know.
I gotta go let my kids in. I'll be right back.
Okay, so
I'm going to
Patrick, go
respond to
ahead.
the Walter Bislin
He's got to go get his kids. Oh, boy.
model real quick. When Nathan says it begs the question, it's very important to realize how fundamental a flaw in logic that is. We asked at the very beginning, is there any evidence that the horizon is Earth curve? We haven't heard any so far, and actually the answer that we got from Josh was, no, you won't see Earth curve because the Earth is too big. A statement that you can falsify doing simple geometry.
Well, he showed the opposite with Soundly, didn't he? How about that?
And then you go to Walter Bislin's little computation. He starts by begging the question that the Earth is a sphere of radius 3959. And then when the horizon is not where it's supposed to be, he has a whole bunch of other little rigs that he can put in there and say, well, this is why the horizon is different this time. It's this imaginary friend that globe believers have. When they don't find the horizon where it's supposed to be, they explain the Earth curve is not there because it's being hidden by this, that, or the other. Again, begging the question, we know that the Earth curve is being hidden because we know it's a globe. It is circular reasoning every single
that's
time.
incorrect, Patrick, as to the way they're doing this, because they're not just making a model with math. They're
not just making a model with math. What are they doing?
also confirming it with direct observations.
Oh, like this one. Like this one that you said that was confirmed. Remember soundly? Thank you again for allowing me to display this to my audience. The same way as this one, the one I crucified. Fucking bozo. Like a dog back to its vomit. It's soundly vomit. Mr. Elliptoid soundly. For fuck's sake.
They're doing it repeatedly. So
they're doing it repeatedly. He's still on it. He thinks, looking at something twice or three times it's repeatable.
the difference, right? Is there's got to be a missing link, and they would have a
You are the missing link. To what? We don't know.
response for that particular
To somebody that has a dick and no dick.
math that you're bringing up and showing where that flaw is, right?
Yes.
I don't have that. I'm not an expert on that.
We already showed the flaw. Remember this? Your causeway, right? Which are actually transmission lines. Yeah, that we showed that. We showed the flaw.
But
The
I'm
expert
just
was Mick
saying
West.
that
Sorry
if
to
we do
interrupt.
actual repeatable observations,
There we go. Repeatable observations. He just said it. Yep. Guilty as charged, Your Honor, you fucking retard. Repeatable observations. There you have it.
like, I mean, one of the oldest things that actually, let me go to the audience because they have some of these questions. I'll just throw them in and
Why? Why don't you deal with what Nathan just told you before? You haven't dealt with anything that he's put out that has destroyed your sphere tard. Nothing. You just whistled past them. Right? You actually think there's still a debate because you just whistled past them. You're a fucking moron.
you guys chew them apart. So
Why? This is all academic. Just wasting our time.
number one, why can't you see Polaris from the southern hemisphere or Sigma Octantis from the northern hemisphere?
Fuck off. Fuck off. Why? I didn't make a claim about Polaris. Seems like somebody in your chat does. They're acting like they have an answer. They have an explanation. What's our explanation? No, we want to hear theirs first. Sounds like they have a claim, like they know. Not playing that fairy tale fucking game from 2016 or 2015. He used to play that horse shit. Fuck off. You guys shouldn't answer these, right?
That's the
The
first question.
hemisphere is a begging the question fallacy again, like atmosphere. It's a
He's going to tear it apart when he shouldn't. Oh, by the way, window liquor. It's already been documented that they could see Polaris 13 degrees south latitude. So your fucking chatter is a moron, much like yourself. Of course, you should have screened that question. Of course, you don't know because you're a fucking moron, right? That doesn't preclude the fact that the idiot out there in chat should have made his claim and then validated it. Then we'll deal with it. Fucking idiot.
assuming that Polaris isn't visible from the bottom half of a sphere. Meanwhile, the maps and models are derived from elevation angle measurements to Polaris. So the flat maps and flat models, including the globe, which is converted from these elevation angle measurements to Polaris by way of something called the Haversine formula, which converts flat Earth elevation angle measurements to Polaris to give you latitude lines onto a globe spherical surface. And if you're going to do celestial navigation, you have to convert it back from the flat map, not through Haversine and the globe, onto the celestial sphere, which is the dome of the vision you have when you're on a flat ocean. at the equatorial plane, which is how you measure these angles. So to ask how we beg the question of being on the bottom antipodal on a hemisphere to see Polaris, when the very concept of the equator itself is based on the minimum angle you can see Polaris. With. So at the equator, you're measuring a flat Earth angle to Polaris at its minimum, i.e. where Polaris is on the horizon. And as you move further towards the centre, i.e. towards the North Pole, the angle to Polaris, that's a flat Earth angle measurement, increases as you approach Polaris, i.e. it goes up and up and up in the sky. Well, that's a flat Earth angle that you're asking about for a flat Earth concept, the equator, and then imposing your begging the question hemispherical assumption onto that flat Earth derivation to ask me how we can't see it off the bottom of your assumption that we dangle off the bottom of a sphere. Crap question.
It's also
No,
also
no, no.
important.
Do you have a picture of the map that you agree upon? As to being a map of the flat Earth? Do you have
All of
anything
them
like
are
that?
flat. You show me a globe-shaped map.
No, no, no. I'm asking.
I
Does
answered you, all
things
of them.
change?
All of them, they're all flat. Do you know why? Because they need to work with elevation angles. That's why all maps are flat. If you're at sea and you're using a map to navigate, you're going to measure one line along the ground and one line to the star. That's an angle. Then you're going to draw a circle on a map. That's why it's flat. That's why they're not globe-shaped. You can't do celestial navigation on a curved surface because you can't acquire an elevation angle from a curve. It's an angle. It's two straight lines. That's why they're all flat. So now you've asked me, do you want to show me your globe-shaped map that anybody navigated with ever? Because there isn't one. They're all flat for a reason. So you can navigate with them with the flat Earth elevation angle measurement off a flat plane that you'll be getting from a sextant.
Josh, why do they flatten out maps?
I just told you. Is it like I'm not
That's your
here?
opinion. I
Is
want
it
the other-
I
I
say
wanna
something
know.
and then you appeal to someone else?
Hey, I'm asking a question.
Yeah. Is it okay if we ask questions?
Yeah, no, no. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah. Well, because our perception, right? Maybe there's a way to look at this in a different way. is we're all talking about how we perceive reality. Am I correct on that? Is how we
No, we were
perceive
talking about
reality?
maps and I was answering him, but now we could talk about something
Well,
else because you don't know.
I came in, well, that's one. I came in at the middle of the conversation. I was letting my kids in the door.
All right. Do you want me to fill you in? We were talking about maps and how they're derived from flat Earth elevation angle measurements to Polaris to give you latitude. Obviously, you're not an exact expert on this subject. Meanwhile, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Do you want to carry on talking about this with me, Dave? Or do you want to hand it over to your host who doesn't know anything about it?
This is you know what?
I have Josh's. I just want to ask his opinion on it. He
doesn't know.
I just want to know.
You're not clear. He doesn't know.
Well,
No,
let's
Nathan,
find out.
Let's find out. Why don't you shut up for a sec? And let's find out. How about that?
It goes back to the same thing that we've been talking about this whole time, and we're never going to come to an agreement on.
Profound.
The
Profound.
perception of curve.
Nathan, shut up.
To the same thing that we've been talking about this whole time, and we're never going to come to an agreement on.
Profound.
The
Profound.
perception of curve.
Nathan, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute you.
Perception of curve. Okay, is not realized with eye length distance to the horizon. And so early navigators, they produce flat Earths. We still produce flat maps today. What's wrong with that?
Because you claim we're on a sphere?
Flat. What's that?
Because you claim we're on a sphere. He's asking me about these flat maps. Like,
I didn't ask you anything. I'm asking Josh. But there's utilitarian reasons why they would put it onto a map for the ability to do these things. But that doesn't mean it scales to the fact that it's saying that the Earth itself is flat. It's
why is that?
utilitarian
really?
purpose,
Why is
but
that? No, maybe you can tell us why.
Nathan, I'm talking to Josh.
I'm just asking, aren't we allowed to ask questions? I was just asking
No,
why that would
no,
be. Why
because
would they
I'm
scale it
trying
to a
get
flat
Josh
map?
to answer it,
Maybe
so
you
I'm
could
gonna
tell
mute
me.
you.
Why is that?
And Josh, could you give it a shot there? Go ahead.
Well, no, you're right. Is that there's many reasons why we use a flat map. I mean, navigators weren't going to go out there and just create. Some of them had globes, but it's hard. Hard to navigate on that for the exact reasons that Nathan said, is because when you're looking at the horizon on perspective, it appears horizontal. This is, I've agreed with this. I have not said this wasn't the case. I said the reason why it appears horizontal is because we have a limited perspective to the horizon, and that the curvature of the Earth is negligible towards that horizon.
Oh, that's the end of my time in this discussion, clearly.
Okay.
So, this is what I'm trying to say is, like, we're all like observing the same phenomena.
No worries.
And
so for my audience, this is what happens when you point out that the host of the show hasn't got the slightest fucking idea what he's talking about. The co-host wants to hand across to him because I'm proving a flat Earth. Meanwhile, I'm getting muted while this dick waffles on about absolutely nothing interesting.
I think I'm probably accurately describing your position on this. Then David comes with this Lake Pontchartrain photo and says, this is evidence of the horizon being Earth curve. Then shows the Walter Bislin calculator that includes lots of other atmospheric conditions and it says the horizon is Earth curve. I'm not really understanding why you're persisting with this claim that we're not going to see an Earth curve horizon when all the globers are talking about why they're seeing Earth curve horizon.
But see, I don't want to get into the topic of optics of what we're seeing with reflection, refraction, all of this other stuff, right? How various different densities in the atmosphere cause an amplification of the light that we're seeing. I don't want to get into that argument. All I'm trying to talk about here was in the perspective of the curvature of what we were talking about. Now, Patrick, I have stated this over and over and over again. If you take the circumference of the Earth and divide it by 360, which is a circle, the number you get is about 69. Right? 69 miles. So if you take in miles, 24,000 miles divided by 360, you get about 69 miles. That means that every 1 degree so in for the globe Earth, for every 1 degree, and I was saying 75 because that was my approximation, about 75. 69 miles is what you should see in the
Oh shit, I'm on mute. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
How long have I been on mute?
I don't know, man. I just turned it on and I was like, bro, he's muted. I'm like, oh shit.
I didn't fuck up the whole time until now. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, out. Yeah, I know. I got everyone calling me. All right, we're going to take a time out here. Oh, boy. Cut. Let's head back. All right, you're muted, QE. How long ago was that? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, hours. 5 to 10. Sorry, guys. You know I'm going to be doing that shit. See, I need somebody here to keep me on the straight and narrow. Unbelievable. Yeah, Chocolate, hook me up. Brian also phoned. So now, come on. You guys serious? 15 minutes? 5 minutes? Come on. Where were we at? All right, I'm going to put this back up. I want you to tell, but I can't look at both of them at the same time. Yeah, thanks, guys. Hold on a second. All right. Let's go back.
Since a 1 degree 69. This over and over and over again. Section in case
To
into the horizon. And so
I'm just going to go back a little bit. All right. Let's see. I'll pull you guys up. So I'll go back a little bit. 16 minutes back, QE. It was 16 minutes? Holy shit. 15 minutes is fine. 7. Holy shit. That was a while ago. Okay. $141.
We know how the Earth's measured flat with elevation angle measurements. To Polaris, giving you your maps and models, including the globe. Your globe's a flat Earth model.
Okay, is that good? Keep hitting the J button, yo-yo. Is that good? Somewhere around there? 3 billion nanoseconds. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, I know 16 minutes my time, but that's not the video's time. Just after Nathan destroyed them for the 4th time with what specifically? No, Jadu, I pressed my mute button because I had to clear my throat and I left it there. That's what I usually do. You guys say it was perfect. That's good. Let's do some super chats. Skeptic 936 QE unmute. Thanks, man. Dave Scott. I should go on mute more often. You're muted. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. I'm sorry. Let's try 40. When was this? So that was 11 minutes ago right there. Go back a little bit more. We got this, man. We can overcome this. Let's go from right here. How about this? Some arbitrary spot about 12 minutes ago. All right, here we go.
Objects that cannot possibly exist in the globe model. You cannot possibly see them. They would be obscured by the curvature of the Earth. They retroactively say, well, this time it's refraction bringing it closer to us. Or this time it's this, that.
See this, guys? You see him looking up again? Now he's typing in there.
Or the other. Or
yeah.
Honestly, it's refraction over and over again. But we have...
Are you saying refraction isn't a thing, though?
No.
Refraction isn't a thing in your BallTARD model. You don't know what refraction is. Like I said, probably people didn't listen because I was on mute. I've been asking BallTARDS for nearly 7 years what refraction is. Not a single one, unequivocally, not one has defined it correctly. So refraction, as in terrestrial refraction in your fairy tale model, does not exist. Once you can accurately define refraction, you'll know why. For light to refract, it needs a surface, an interface. Yeah. Can you show a surface or interface in your atmosphere paradox force place? No, you can't. Therefore, you can't appeal to refraction, and unless you're looking through a glass down here from numpty dipshit. That's why. Fucking moron.
No, not in your
I'm not
model.
saying refraction isn't a thing.
Like you said, like Nathan said, not in your model.
Not in
I'm
your
saying
model,
it
it
doesn't
isn't.
magically. It doesn't magically delete Earth curve.
In your
So-
model, in Walter Bislin's model, you can look at the maths. I'm very familiar with Walter Bislin's maths. He used the same as Mick West in the metabunk calculation, same model. I have spoken to him about it and had him over a barrel when I pointed out that the assumption of the R value in his model isn't in any way proven or measurable. It's a begging the question calculator, same as Walter Bislin's. They're the exact same maths. So I have spoken to people who've made these calculations. Mick West is one of them. He made it clear to my audience in no uncertain terms that he begs the question of an R value for these mathematics. Now that R value, as I stated earlier, was measured by Al-Biruni. And Al-Biruni measured a geometric tangent point to the
You see this fucking guy, he's not listening. He's looking at, he's being fed. And he's smiling. He's done that a number of fucking times. He's not laughing at Nathan. Nathan's not saying anything funny or sarcastic or otherwise. He's being fed
horizon to give you that R value
by an absolute moron.
by way of acquisition of a height of the mountain measured from a flat plane with elevation angle measurements. So in order to derive the R value in these maths that you're saying that, correct me if I'm wrong, David, you said it was an experiment. It's not. Maybe you'd like to give us the hypothesis for Walter Bislin's.
It'd be easier for him to sprout broccoli from his armpits.
Model. There won't be one. You just don't know what science is. We do.
Yeah, we already demonstrated that back in the pre-show.
On a daily basis on Flat Earth Debate, Nathan Oakley 1980 channel, we take apart clowns and their idiotic ideas of what science is.
When he says clowns, he's referring to such as yourself and this idiot.
Because we know what science is and how the globe Earth doesn't have any. Meanwhile, this non-science model, with its maths that I understand implicitly, has been debunked because you can't get the R value that the entire model's based on because you can't measure a geometric horizon to give you the R value. We debunked Al-Biruni by debunking the measurement of a geometric sphere edge horizon at 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet, as denied by one of this show host and affirmed by the other.
Yeah, remember that contradiction? Yeah, you remember that, guys? The one you whistle by or whistle past? Too funny.
We know what the globe Earth claims, you don't. We know how the Earth's measured flat with elevation angle measurements. To Polaris, giving you your maps and models, including the
Relax, Patrick. He's on a roll.
globe. Your globe's a flat Earth model.
Your globe's a flat Earth model. And any response back to that substance-filled argument? What is it?
Okay, real quick. Okay, Patrick, it's up to you. You want to go first? I want to let you respond to this. And then I have a few questions coming out of the chat that I'm just
Why not deal with the... He just dealt another death blow to your fairy tale religion. No? Nothing? Dickless window licker.
I gotta go let my kids in. I'll be right back.
Okay, so
I'm going to
Patrick,
respond to the Walter Bislin model real quick. When Nathan says it begs the question, it's very important to realize how fundamental a flaw in logic that is. We asked at the very beginning, is there any evidence that the horizon is Earth curve? We haven't heard any so far, and actually the answer that we got from Josh was, no, you won't see Earth curve because the Earth is too big. Something that a statement you can falsify doing simple geometry. And then you go to Walter Bislin's little computation. He starts by begging.
What about the Earth is too biggy? Yeah, but you didn't deal with the contradiction, right? Remember he posted the Soundly horse shit? Yeah. Unbelievable.
Question that the Earth is a sphere of radius 3959. And then when the horizon is not where it's supposed to be, he has a whole bunch of other little rigs that he can put in there and say, well, this is why the horizon is different this time. It's this imaginary friend that globe believers have. When they don't find the horizon where it's supposed to be, they explain the Earth curve is not there because it's being hidden by this, that, or the other. Again, begging the question, we know that the Earth curve is being hidden because we know it's a globe. It is circular reasoning every single
No, that's
time.
incorrect, Patrick, as to the way they're doing this, because they're not just making a model with math. They're also confirming it with direct observations, and they're doing.
Oh, really? Like this one? That direct observation, the one I crucified before. You know, the causeway right here. Oh, man. Yeah, thanks for allowing me to pull that back up. I appreciate it. So that's what you're talking about. The observations that destroyed your fairy tale fucking model that you're mindlessly parroting from Soundly. Yep.
Doing it repeatably. So that's the
Repeatably, yeah. The repeatable part he's talking about, frigging seeing something more than once. All his repeatability is directed towards observations, like blinking and shit or turning away and looking again. Fucking clown.
difference, right? Is there's got to be a missing link, and they would have a response
You're the missing link.
for
From dick to dickless.
for that particular math that you're bringing up and showing where that flaw is, right?
Yes.
I don't have that. I'm not an expert on that. But
The
I'm
expert
just
was Mick
saying
West.
that
Sorry
if
to
we do
interrupt.
if we do actual repeatable observations,
There it is. Repeatable observations. He just admitted it. What a fucking clown. He thinks repeatability is associated with the observation. Can't make this shit up, folks. Yeah. As I said before, empirical, observable, testable, repeatable, falsifiable. That repeatable is attached directly by the lips to the testable or the experiment part, not the observation part. You numpty dipshit. You compromised yourself again.
like, I mean, one of the oldest things that actually, let me go to the audience because they have some of these questions.
Well, yeah, let's go to the audience. Let's just whistle past the graveyard, past everything Nathan dealt a death blow, full of cowbell, but let's go to the audience.
I'll just throw them in and I'll let you guys chew them apart. So, number one, why can't you see Polaris from the southern hemisphere or Sigma Octantis from the northern hemisphere?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Did you claim that? Who made the claim? Sounds like they already have an answer, right? Do they have that validated? I didn't hear that. Once you validate it, then I'll come by and debunk you like I've been doing for the past, I don't know, almost 2 hours. Yeah, we used to fall for that little trick in the beginning. Back in 2016, they used to ask their little bullshit like they had an answer in the hopper all ready to go, but they're dickless, just like you. They've got nothing. They answer that stupid fucking question. You answer it. Then I'll come by and debunk that shit.
So
That's the
the
first question.
hemisphere is
Oh, by the way, just FYI, Polaris has been identified 13 degrees south latitude and documented. What are you going to do about that? I really shouldn't even have to say that. Fucking clown.
is a begging the question fallacy again. Like atmosphere, it's assuming that Polaris isn't visible from the bottom half of a sphere. Meanwhile, the maps and models are derived from elevation angle measurements to Polaris. So the flat maps and flat models, including the globe, which is converted from these elevation angle measurements to Polaris by way of something called the Haversine formula, which converts flat Earth elevation angle measurements to Polaris to give you latitude lines onto a globe spherical surface. And if you're going to do celestial navigation, you have to convert it back from the flat map, not through Haversine and the globe, onto the celestial sphere, which is the dome of the vision you have when you're on a flat ocean at the equatorial plane, which is how you measure these angles. So to ask how we beg the question of being on the bottom antipodal on a hemisphere to see Polaris, when the very concept of the equator itself is based on the minimum angle you can see Polaris with. So at the equator, you're measuring a flat Earth angle to Polaris at its minimum, i.e. where Polaris is on the horizon. And as you move further towards the centre, i.e. towards the North Pole, the angle to Polaris, that's a flat Earth angle measurement, increases as you approach Polaris, i.e. it goes up and up and up in the sky. Well, that's a flat Earth angle that you're asking about for a flat Earth concept, the equator, and then imposing your, begging the question, hemispherical assumption onto that flat Earth derivation to ask me how we can't see it off the bottom of your assumption that we dangle off the bottom of a sphere. Crap question.
It's also important.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Are you going to deal? That's another death blow. That had all kind of cowbell in it. What are you going to do with that?
Do you have a picture of the map that you...
Do you have a picture of the map? Oh my God. Yep. Just whistle past the graveyard. So we're going to get into maps. Everyone see this crayon muncher sitting here? He went and dealt with his kids and then he sat back down. Right? He's been here for about a minute and a half. Now we're getting into maps. Okay? He's sitting here. He's listening. Okay? Remember that.
agree upon as to being a map of the flat Earth? Do you
Yeah,
have
now we're into the maps, right? I've been seeing this throughout Flat Earth videos. If you go through the comments, you'll see, can you show your map? Do you all agree on a map? Right? I've been seeing that a lot recently. So what this idiot has done is seen it and just mindlessly parrot it. Watch what's going to happen to him.
All of them
like
are flat. You show me a globe-shaped map.
No. I'm asking.
Yeah. All of them are flat. He's asking you to show him a globe Earth map.
I answered you, all of them.
Change.
All of them, they're all flat. Do you know why? Because they need to work with elevation angles. That's why all maps are flat. If you're at sea and you're using a map to navigate, you're going to measure one line along the ground and one line to the star. That's an angle. Then you're going to draw a circle on a map. That's why it's flat. That's why they're not globe-shaped. You can't do celestial navigation on a curved surface because you can't acquire an elevation angle from a curve. It's an angle. It's two straight lines. That's why they're all flat. So now you've asked me, do you want to show me your globe-shaped map that anybody navigated with ever? Because there isn't one. They're all
what?
All flat for a reason. So you can navigate with them with the flat Earth elevation angle measurement off a flat plane that you'll be getting from a sextant.
So what do you got to say to that? Another death blow. Anything from YouTube, Bose? Look at this fucking idiot. What are you, romancing the stone? So, what's your response?
Josh, why do they flatten out maps?
Josh! So he goes to the dumbest motherfucker on the panel. Just bypasses what Nathan just told him. You can't make this up. What the fuck?
I just told you. Is it like I'm not
That's your
here?
opinion.
Is it I say something and then you appeal to someone else?
Hey, I'm asking a question.
Yeah. Is it okay if we ask questions?
Yeah, no. Go ahead, Josh.
Why are
Yeah.
you asking a question? His question was to you. Where is the globe Earth that you navigate from? You missed that question? Everyone heard it. Now you're going to go to appeal to the dumbest motherfucker on the panel, bypassing the question. What the hell is going on here?
Well, because our perception,
Oh, God, here we go.
right? Maybe there's a way to look at this.
Look at
is we're
Nathan.
all talking.
Unbelievable, man. He's waxing philosophical again. And he stalled 2 checks.
About
Where's the question? Got to be coming.
how we perceive reality. Am I correct on that? Is how we
No, we were
perceive
talking about
reality?
maps and I was answering him, but now we could talk about something else because you don't know.
I came in, well, that's one. I came in at the middle of the conversation.
No, you didn't. You were sitting right down here a minute before the conversation of the map started. You're busted. You're a fucking liar, too. We can add that on to the list.
I was letting my kids in the door.
All right. Do you want me to fill you in? We were talking about maps and how they're derived from
You don't need to. He was already sitting there.
flat Earth elevation angle measurements to Polaris to give you latitude. Obviously, you're not an exact expert on this subject. Meanwhile, I know what the hell I'm talking about. Do you want to carry on talking about this with me, Dave? Or do you want to hand it over to your host who doesn't know anything about it?
Yeah, Dave. Dickless. Nancy. What's up with that?
This is
This is what are you gonna do now? Talk about your sister's shorts?
you know
I want to have Josh's. I just want to ask his opinion on it. He
doesn't know.
I just want to.
He asked you a question. Are we gonna get an answer to that question with the globe being navigated on? That was the question.
Clear, he doesn't know.
Well,
No,
let's
Nathan,
find out.
Let's find out. Why don't you shut up for a sec and
Let's find out. Let him shut up for a second. Oh, jeez.
find out. How about that?
it goes back to the same thing that we've been talking about this whole time.
Oh, God, he's going to go back to his biggie, no curvy, negligent horseshit. How much you want to bet? I actually don't know, but you know the pattern.
And we're never going to come to an agreement on.
Who cares about agree, disagree? That's a category error. You're a fuckwit.
Profound.
The
Profound.
perception of curve.
Nathan, shut up.
Oh, now big man behind the mic. That's my kind of party. You fucking dickless clown. What else you got? We're going to listen to this moron some more. You think you're all that in a bag of chips? Yeah, that's my kind of party, sunshine. I'll take that fucking Pepsi challenge. Idiot, dickless clown.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute you.
Perception of curve.
Oh, you're going to mute him. Oh, real scary. Well, you've done that 3/4 of the way through this. Right? You think that's something new? Fucking moron.
Okay. Is not realized with eye length distance to the horizon.
Eye length distance to the horizon. Boy, I'd like to hear somebody define that shit. He's just going to pull it out his ass. Meaningless drivel. You satisfied with that? Where's your globe that's being navigated on? There, dickless.
And so early navigators, they produce flat Earths. We still produce flat maps today.
Well, thank you. You just snatched your own wig off.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing other than you're a sphere-tard.
Because you claim we're on a
Earth
sphere?
is flat. What's that?
Because you claim we're on a sphere. He's asking me about these flat maps. Like,
I didn't ask you anything. I'm asking Josh. But there's utilitarian reasons why they would.
Ooh, that's a $10,000 word. Impressive there, dickless. But you just bypassed everything, right? And went to the dumbest motherfucker on the panel, which didn't give shit. Lied. Unbelievable.
They would put it onto a map for the ability to do these things. But that doesn't mean it scales to the fact that.
It doesn't mean it scales to the fact that that's non sequitur.
It's
No,
saying
I mean,
that the Earth itself is flat. It's
Why is that?
It's a
The-
utilitarian.
Oh, right.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. Why is that? Do you have any cowbell, any support for that horse shit? The non sequitur horse shit?
why is
But
that?
actually,
Well, maybe you can tell us why.
Nathan, I'm talking to Josh.
I'm just asking,
talking
aren't we
to
allowed
Josh,
to ask
man.
questions?
Yeah, isn't he allowed to ask questions?
I was just asking
No,
why that would
no,
be. Why
because
would they scale
I'm
it
trying
to a
get
flat
Josh
map?
to answer it,
Maybe
so
you
I'm
could
gonna
tell
mute
me.
You.
Yep, I knew that was coming. Mute.
Why is that?
And Josh, could you give it a shot there? Go ahead.
Josh, to the dumbest motherfucker on the panel, go ahead, watch what he does. What's he gonna do? I'll let you guess.
Well, no, you're right. Is that there's many reasons why we use a flat map. I mean, navigators weren't going to go out there and just create. Some of them had globes, but it's hard.
Oh, really? Some of them had globes. Show. Support your statement. If you don't support your statement immediately after this, then what's the difference between you and your average village idiot with baseless assertion after baseless assertion fallacy? Can you tell me that, Mr. Magoo? So it better be coming.
Hard to navigate on that for the exact reasons that Nathan said, is because when you're looking at the horizon on perspective, it appears
nope, we're not going to get it. He's a village idiot.
horizontal. This is, I've agreed with this.
Horizontal. Welcome to Flat Earth. You just snatched your own wig off again.
I have not said this wasn't the case. I said the reason why it appears horizontal is because we have a limited perspective.
Oh, here we go. He's going back to his vomit again. Too biggie, no curvy.
To the horizon, and that the curvature of
I've
the
been
Earth is
muted by the host.
negligible towards that horizon.
Oh, that's the end
towards
of
that
my time
perspective.
in this discussion, clearly.
Yep.
Okay.
This is what I'm trying to say. Is like
hearing-
we're all like observing the same phenomena.
No worries.
and
There is no phenomena. You're a fuckwit.
So for my audience, this is what happens when you point out that the host of the show hasn't got the slightest fucking idea what he's talking about. The co-host wants to hand across to him because I'm proving a flat Earth. Meanwhile, I'm getting muted while this dick waffles on about absolutely nothing interesting.
I think I'm probably accurately describing your position on this. Then David comes with this Lake Ponchar train photo and says, this is evidence of the horizon being Earth curve. Then shows the wall.
Really? Is it? Doesn't appear so, does it? Thank you for allowing me to present that again. Back to the regularly scheduled programming.
Walter Bislin calculator that includes lots of other atmospheric conditions in its
Atmosphere, you shouldn't be saying that's bullshit. That's a paradox. It's already been demonstrated.
and it says the horizon is Earth curve. I'm not really understanding why you're persisting with this claim that we're not
Because they're morons. That's why.
going to see an Earth curve horizon when all the globers are talking about
Bye,
why
Nathan.
they're seeing Earth curve
Right,
horizon.
But see, I don't want to get into the topic of optics of what we're seeing with refraction.
Well, yeah, you definitely don't want to get into that because you're fucking clueless. You're dumber than a bag of hammers. You don't know anything about that. Reflection and refraction and optics. Give me a fucking break. I bet it would take a whole fleet of slobber nurses to help you tie your own shoes, for fuck's sake.
Reflection, refraction, all of this other stuff,
Oh,
right?
brother.
How various different densities in the
Various different, that's redundant.
atmosphere cause
Atmosphere, they already explained to you the atmosphere was a paradox, but back to the vomit again. You just can't get it out of your vernacular, which you probably got from chat.
an amplification of the light that we're
Oh,
seeing. I don't
brother.
want to get into that argument. All I'm
Yeah, you know what? It wasn't an argument. There is no argument. You're fucking clueless.
trying to talk about here was
Oh,
this
we know what you're trying to talk about. Too biggie, no curvy.
perspective of the curvature of what we were seeing. Now, Patrick, I have stated this over and over and over again. If you take the circumference of the Earth
Here
and
we
divide
go.
it by 360, which is a circle,
Profound. What's next? Water's wet.
the number you get is about 69.
Oh, 69 now. Wasn't it 75 for almost 2 hours? Was somebody that was feeding you corrected your dumbass? Yeah, because now all of a sudden it's changed.
Right? 69 miles.
No, not right. 75 according to you for the past 2 hours. You're busted.
So if you take in miles, 24,000 miles divided by 360, you get about 69 miles. That means that every 1 degree,
Here we go.
so in for the globe Earth, for every 1 degree,
What is that an elevation angle? You just snatched your own wig off again. An elevation angle can only be acquired from a flat baseline. That is a flat Earth. That's what you're taking it off of. You're finished.
and I was saying 75 because that was my approximation, about
No,
75.
yeah, that's because you're a fuck up and somebody from your feeding stream changed it for you.
69 miles is what you should see in the sense of 1%.
69, 1%. This fucking guy thinks the 1 degree is 1%. Yeah, 1 degree is 1%. Can anyone tell me what's 1% of 360? It's not fucking 1 degree.
I've already covered this, but that's why I've been muted and removed from the conversation, because 1 degree is a flat Earth elevation angle measurement. I'm not allowed to interrupt to point this out, so the guy's going to reiterate his incorrect nonsense with me on mute.
8 inches over 1 mile squared is distributed through that 1 mile. It's not 1 mile drop 8 inches.
It's not 1 mile drop 8 inches. Where the fuck did he ever come up with that? I never heard no shit like that. I've heard some stupid shit in this flat earth, John, but never heard anything like that.
Inches, and this is what a lot of people do believe. I'm not saying that's what you believe.
A lot of people believe that. Wonder what circles he's been hanging out in. Have you guys heard any of that shit before? Even Dickless is giving you that look. What the fuck? Why are we on this topic? Oh, that's right. We're getting to the too biggie, no curvy eventually.
But this is what a lot of people do.
See, meanwhile, me and Patrick have covered this 4 or 5 times on their behalf, and the host has denied it. 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. Completely ignored, didn't understand it. Now he's waffling on through the same incorrect shit he's mentioned 3 or 4 times.
Understand why we're still on this topic if we can agree to disagree on this.
Oh my God. Are you a globe dumpster? Another category error, by the way. Agree, disagree, it's subjective. The nature of our reality is objective. You're a fucking retard.
Let's move on to the other various points.
Yeah, he wants to move on from that curvature, boy. Yes, he does. Sphere-tards, you hear this? That's what you should have done from the beginning, is move the fuck on from that.
75 miles. 75 squared, what is that? 5,625 times 2/3. We're going to call that 4,000 feet, give or take. Maybe 3,900 feet over 75 miles. That was your approximation. 3,900 feet is how much curvature of the Earth would block a person on point A, 75 miles distant from point B. You wouldn't be able to see anything shorter than 3,900 feet in height. That is a geometric reality, okay? So you may call it just 1 degree, but it still requires approximately 3,900 feet of blocking curvature. You just draw a circle. Say, okay, the distance is 1 degree over these 360. The actual curvature skipped over is 3,900 feet. It's enormous.
3,900 feet is just a little over a mile.
3,900 feet is just a little over a mile. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one, the only, Mr. Magoo. There he is for you. 3,900 feet, just a little over a mile. There you go. My work is done. This house is clear. What a dumb fuck.
And we're talking about 1 mile squared, right?
Well, first of all,
we're talking about our
mile.
Patrick, have you ever been to Denver, Colorado, and came
Oh my God. He's gone off on another fucking tangent.
in from Kansas?
Yeah. In fact, I just did that a couple years ago. Family went out there for a vacation. Not driving through Kansas again. Not that it wasn't gorgeous. I'm just not making those long drives anymore. But yeah, I've done that exact thing, what you're talking about.
Okay. Denver, Colorado
Patrick's like, what the fuck now?
is the Mile High City, right?
Oh, it's the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. That means it must be a little under 3,900 feet. Oh my God. This fucking guy.
5,280 feet. So
now it's 5,280 feet. I'll bet you somebody is in this fucker's ear. You just a few minutes ago said it was over 3,900 feet a mile. Now it's 5,280. That's a quick presto change-o. Fucking moron.
a bit under a mile with that 3,900. 5,280, 1 mile. Okay. The Colorado Rockies, some of those are 14,000 feet.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, my wife used to live there, and she climbed all of them. They call them 14ers. I think that's what they used to call them. She used to have a shirt. Yeah, I've traipsed all around that part of the world.
But they're sitting in an
Because of my wife, she introduced me to skiing too. That was later on in life. Boy, that was just awesome, man. But I digress.
elevation of a mile up. So they're 5,280 and then 10,000, 14,000 feet.
So what's your point?
Okay. If there's no curvature to the earth,
There isn't. We already demolished your sphere tard.
when should, using trigonometry, geometry here, when should I begin to see them?
4 p.m.
Coming from Kansas into Denver, Colorado.
Well,
And
that's
it's about
4 p.m. Oh, he's looking up there.
380 miles from the border of Kansas to Denver.
What? Get the fuck out of here. Remember what he said, 380 miles from the border of Kansas to Denver. That's bullshit. I don't know what it is, but it's bullshit. Let's have a look-see. All right. Oh, we got Denver up here. There's the border. Get too close. I'm going to have to get close. Where'd you go? Hey! All right. Remember what he said. He said 380 miles from the border of Kansas to Denver. That's the border of Kansas to Denver. 153 miles. This guy is so full of shit. Whoever's giving him the information is an absolute retard. All right, what else you got?
Okay, so that's why you take the square root of the observer's height.
So the thing we've told him a dozen times, but I'm not allowed to point out again.
Computation is done for a sphere of circumference of 24,901 English statute miles. So if you're at 30,000 feet, you're on an airplane, right? You take the square root of 30,000 feet.
Oh, crap. My word.
175? What's 175 squared? Is it 30,000 roughly?
Oh, hey,
So
what's up,
anyway,
Nathan?
It's
You know you're muted.
3625.
Okay. Anyway, wow, I got it way wrong. So call it 160. Call it 170. So 170 times 1.225, right? Okay. So you should not be able to see further than 200 miles from 30,000 feet on a globe of radius 39.
Bye, Nathan.
Jay Tolan Media is showing infrared photos from 30,000 feet of elevation,
but that is
well over 500 miles.
There you go. You're finished again.
Right? That's assuming on a flat Earth, right? If the Earth is flat.
That's assuming on a flat Earth. That is, the Earth is flat. Yeah, we have already demonstrated that for the past 2 hours.
But we also have to take into account elevation, correct? I mean,
He's already given you the elevation. He gave you 30,000 feet. You fucking moron.
so we all.
So what? What, is it too biggy? No curvy?
We all agree that the Earth has sea level. It can go up
Oh my God.
hundreds and thousands of feet in the sense of topography. We all agree upon that.
Did he say go up hundreds of thousands of feet in the sense of topography? I'm going to hit Jay. Hold on. Let's listen to that again.
Correct. I mean, so we all agree that the Earth has sea level. It can go up hundreds and thousands of feet in the sense of topography. We all agree upon that.
Hundreds of thousands. Did he say hundreds of? I swear he said hundreds of thousands of feet in topography. Unbelievable. This guy's a clown fur, man. Really? How high is Mount Everest? Isn't it like 29,000 feet, something like that? Is there something hundreds of thousands of feet higher? Unbelievable.
Sea level. So the elevation of the mountain is in reference to sea level, correct? 0 would be sea level?
Yes.
Level.
Yes.
Yes. Level. Flat. Horizontal. Yes. You just snatched your own wig off.
That's what I'm saying. Is if
Flat.
we took
That's what you're saying.
where the sea meets land is 0.
Much like your IQ. Right? And the length of the Johnson up here, 0. Because he's dickless.
Okay, where the sea meets land is 0.
Yeah, we've already said that about 6 times. Okay, got it.
Account for that.
Oh, God.
And we say that the Earth has elevation in the sense
Yeah, we say the Earth has elevation, yes.
that we climb up hills. We can go up mountains.
Holy shit, man. He's just stalling. He's stalling for something. I don't know what it is.
Are we all in agreement that the Earth has different elevations?
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. And he's a fucking grown adult.
With reference to a 0 baseline,
Yeah.
a flat Earth.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So what I'm trying to say is if I'm coming in from Kansas and Denver, Colorado is the mile-high city, so it's
At less than 3,900 feet.
it's at 5,280 feet elevation.
Oh, you corrected yourself after that train wreck. Okay.
And I have a mountain that is in Colorado that is 14,000 feet high.
Yeah, it's to the west. There's a few of them.
14,000 feet high. When should I be able to see that?
4 p.m.
And you're saying it depends on the height. Yes, the height of the observer is to the horizon.
The height of the observer is to the horizon, and he puts his arm, he angles it down, right? It's fucking idiocy.
Not at objects that are above the horizon massively, especially a landmass that is going to move up and elevate upward 1 mile from that ground level.
Okay.
From that, okay.
When
Gotcha.
should I expect to see Denver, Colorado, from Kansas on a flat Earth? If we're talking about elevation, it's 1 mile up, and then there's mountains above it that are 10,000 feet up. Okay,
Look at Nathan.
I'm coming from Kansas. If I'm looking at the horizon,
There he does again, down, looking down at the horizon. Yep, we always do that.
that's fine. My height does matter. But if I'm looking at an object that is above the horizon in elevation, when should I be able to see that?
4 p.m.
Okay, I'll answer. So in your mathematics, including the Walter Bisling calculator, there's no accounting for perspective. So according to Globe Earth mathematics, the height is irrelevant because the height in
But
Globe
Patrick
Earth,
just said it was relevant.
so the height in Globe Earth mathematics is irrelevant because the distance of the mountain versus the height of the mountain given in feet won't change with observer distance. So in Globe Earth maths, it doesn't matter if the mountain's 10 miles away or 1 mile away, it's always calculated at the same feet or meters value. Ergo, the size, that's apparent size, angular size, perspective, does not change with distance. Hence my description of it being a begging the question proof of, I think, perspective hijacking Earth curve calculator. Because where things reduce in size, that's angular size, perspective, and then get obscured from view because they become too small to see, the Globe Earth maths, which excludes and hijacks perspective, claims that it will disappear from view, it's only about the 10th time, at 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. That's the point that the geometric claim of an Earth curve that obscures your view when you ignore perspective will block the view of the mountain. That's why when people charge flat earthers with why can't you see New York from Ireland when they claim Earth curve at 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet is getting in the way, when in reality, New York's very...
You're losing them. They're not listening. He's looking at his feed, and this guy's doing something else, dickless up here. They're not listening to you anymore.
small at that distance. It's perspective.
Oh,
just
now he's
excluded
back.
from Earth curve mathematics.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you. Are you going to deal with anything that he just said?
Can I just ask a quick question
Go ahead,
here?
David. Go ahead.
Oh, God.
When I'm sitting here, because I live in the British Columbia, live right by the ocean.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, I figured. Man.
And I, on a regular basis, witness when boats are going disappear.
Boats are going over the horizon. Look at Nathan. Fucking 2015 or shit. Unbelievable. This fucking guy's been out here for 9 years. He posts Soundly's train wreck, Walter Bisslin's train wreck, and his number 3, boats are going over the horizon. Can't make this shit up, folks. What a clown.
Bottom up. Okay, this is one of the oldest observations.
Of course, this is off the topic, right? Again, fucking clowns.
So, yeah, so if we're talking about it disappearing on a flat plane, the vanishing point, the whole ship, the whole boat should disappear in entirety.
Really? What about this one? Ooh, I see the bottom of the boat there. All right. Gonna zoom out. There goes the boat. Gone. Uh-oh. I see the bottom of that fucking boat. Definitely see it. What are you going to do with that? Hey, Dickless. You see that? Fucking moron. You're done. Nope.
Would not disappear bottom up. That's where my question is just putting math aside for a second.
Okay, do you want me to explain that to you?
Observations that have been made for 2,000 years on this.
Argument to age fallacy. I'd like you to support that horse shit. It's still an argument to age fallacy, but I still want you to support that. You got that from somewhere and you're just mindlessly parroting it again. Yeah, that's your pattern.
Okay, I got you. Do you want me to explain that? Can I explain? Can I explain? Can I explain that to you?
Can I take this one?
I wanted to respond to Nathan's response to me, if I could do that first, because I think
Can
there is
I
maybe
just
a
address this bottom up
misunderstanding.
obstruction of the boat before you do? So
no, you can't.
No, I would
He's not
like
going to let you.
Before we move on to that part, because we're talking about two different
Okay,
observational
I'm sorry,
phenomena,
Jock.
okay?
Then that's my fault.
Right.
So, okay, address
What
that
the
and then
question-
Nathan right to you,
right.
okay?
Sure.
The question I asked was on a flat Earth,
The one that we have clearly established.
not on a round Earth. And Nathan, you explained it.
Flat and round are not mutually exclusive, you crayon muncher. Ever heard of CDs and LPs? God, it's like explaining trig to a 3-month-old.
It very well in the sense of a round Earth. 1.1225,
I thought it was an oblate spheroid.
right? You explained it on a round Earth. I asked on a flat Earth, coming from Kansas, looking at the edge of the flat Earth towards the
Looking at the edge of the flat Earth? What the fuck? Does he think Denver's at the edge of the flat Earth?
edge of the flat Earth, and I have an elevation of 5,280 feet, and then another elevation of mountains that are 14,000 feet high. When should I expect to see them?
4 p.m.
Okay, I'll try and rephrase what I said about a globe Earth, but to answer your question.
I don't want to hear about a globe Earth.
I know.
want
I'm
to
going to rephrase what I said about a
perspective of what we should hear
I got
on
that.
a flat Earth. How does that observation
got you.
happen?
I heard.
When should I see them?
Thank you. I do need you to stop talking while I answer you, though, if that's okay.
I just want to be clear that we know what we're talking about here in the sense of the
I
question
do. I
being
heard.
asked.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll try again.
Mhm.
So, you're giving me the height of the mountain.
The fuck is your problem, you dumbass cracker? Tired of your fucking horse shit, man. I've had it with you. We're gonna have a fucking issue. Me and you, dickless. We're going to figure something out.
In feet. And feet or meters don't change with distance. That's an
Did you catch that, Dickless? Bet you can't respond to that.
angular change. So the angle of the mountain would change as you approached it. Not the feet and inches as you've given me in your question, making your question malformed. Now, I've answered your question in regards to why you've posed it to me as well, which is in globe Earth maths, the assertion that 1.22 times the square root of the observer's height in feet will be the limitation of your view to Earth curve obstruction would only have the mountain in feet and inches not change in angular size as you approach it. So based on the information you've given me, I can't take that hypothetical scenario and put a sextant to the mountain to give me its angular size. There's not enough information. It's a malformed question in that regard. But in
Exactly.
terms of a globe, I can answer and point out that there's no perspective in the question. But as you're approaching things, they get bigger. Not in Earth curve maths, they don't.
Right. Aspect ratio. I understand.
You don't know dick about an aspect ratio. The fuck? My word, son.
I understand what you were saying on
You
the,
don't
on
understand shit.
the globe Earth side. And the
Yeah, you understand globe Earth side. It took, I don't think you've even realized it yet, how many fucking hours to get you on the globe Earth math? You're still not there. You still have your R over RE over K horseshit formula that measures. Fuck.
the reason I'm asking this question is because if we assume that
Because you're a moron.
the Earth is flat and we do have
We don't have to assume the Earth is flat. They've already demonstrated it to you how many fucking times. Of course, you whistled by it or whistled past it, but everyone else heard it.
elevation, right? And there is no curvature. Then at what distance away from that object, using flat Earth math, would I expect
There is no flat Earth math. There's just mathematics. There's just geometry.
to see that?
That's-
And if I
that's
could
an
get
op-
maybe
okay.
after the show when you guys can
Sure,
go out
it's a-
there and calculate
okay,
that, that would be great to hear that answer. And because what I'm asking actually, Nathan, is an experiment that we can all do.
It's
Right.
not a fucking experiment. You're an idiot.
We can go to
Experiment.
Kansas. I can drive into Denver, and I can test what you guys would postulate would be the actual answer. Correct? If we know the elevation, if we know the height of the mountain, and I'm coming from Kansas, which is roughly sea level.
Ah! He thinks the border of Kansas is fucking sea level. It's fucking beachfront property. Holy shit. Oh my God. The Eastern Kansas, I got some bad news for you. Fuck it, the whole eastern half of the United States. Unbelievable, dude. That is the king topper. Fucking let me see if there's anybody left out there. Holy shit. Holy shit. That guy, I didn't say, you heard him say it. Oh my God. We're gonna have to end with that shit, folks. I can't do it. I can't. I've had it. All right. Let's go. Let's check this first to make sure. Let's go ahead and make sure that the western border of Kansas, let's make sure this is Kansas. I don't want to, try to be fooling anyone. All right. Let's get back out. All right. See, it says Kansas right here. This is Denver. This is Colorado. This is the border. That Mr. Magoo fuckwit thinks that this border is at sea level. So let's just go. I don't know if you could see the elevation profile down here. Let's just go down here. So we're working at 3,500, 3,600 feet. Let me just go right down this thing. So the lowest is 3,600. We're up to 4,000. 4,012. 4,021. Back to 3,800. 3,800, 38, 36, 35, 34. 3,450 was the lowest that I found. That's probably a gulch or something right here. That's what it looks like. 35, 35, 3,600, 36. Yeah, so we confirmed that it's not sea level. Just to dot all the I's and cross the T's. Let me get the fuck out of here, man. I can't do it. I can't deal with it anymore. Let's see what's going on. I'm not displaying the Kansas map. Really? You sure about that? Oh, I'm not. Fuck, you're right. Okay, I'm going to have to do that again. All right, sorry about that, guys. That's the second screw up this evening. 1 second. I'll have to produce it here. Not a problem. Thanks for that, Divergent Droid. Appreciate it. So let's get back here. Get a little closer. What the hell? Why is it turning? Get the fuck over here. Must have hit something else. I must have hit one of those arrows. Goodness gracious, let's just get down in there. All right, I got to find it. Okay, Denver. And here's the border right here, Kansas. Let's go. Like I said, I don't know if you could see my elevation profile down here. We're going, like I said, from 3,400, 3,500, 36, 36, 3,700, 3,900. Oh, sorry, I'm headed off it. 38, 39, 38, 39, 39. Getting up there, 34,000. I think 4,020 I got in there. 3,800. Get back on the line. 3,900, 39, 36. What are we coming up to? Gulch, 34. Like I said, it looks like a gulch right in here. 36. This is all 35, 36, 3,600, 30, almost 3,700. You get the picture that this isn't sea level, right? Like I said, cross the I's, dot the T's. Everyone got that? Yeah, I know. Well, I only made 2 mistakes. Yeah, it's been almost 4 hours. Not 4 more hours. I can't do it, man. I can't do the border of Kansas as beachfront property and then the edge of the earth. Oh, sorry about that. Then the edge of the earth somewhere around Denver. Can't be doing that. I can't handle that shit. Yep. So, well, listen, we ended up here at, I got to mark that. Let me save this. Because we're going to start right where we left off. We might go back a little bit to get his sea level, is the western border of Kansas and Colorado. Going to have to play that shit again. Yeah, I got it. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the little snafus in the middle. I hope I went back far enough. I went back about 12, 13 minutes or so. If I missed anything, it was just, a couple minutes here. So, all in all, yeah, I was negligent. Yeah. Too funny, man. Well, it's been fun. We'll still have a live show tomorrow. Thank you. Into the break. It won't be another treatment. But I'll get to that. I surprised you with back-to-back treatments, didn't I? I thought I'd catch you off guard. If anyone was following me, I threw him off the trail. Yeah, too funny, man. Yeah, it was really funny, man. These guys are absolute ass clowns, right? But, you know, we got to do what we got to do. So hang in there, guys. Well, we'll see you on the flip side. We'll see you tomorrow. QE out.